What's up? Give me just a second. Go. No. Do, do, do. Okay. Here we go. Let's get after it. We can all say Joshua Dobbs. What the world? What a way to start. What a way to start. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a way to start, Tampa Jay. What's up, brother? How are you? That is a unique perspective that uh that's unique. That's unique. That's good. That's good. Let's watching this Mississippi State game. What y'all up to? It's been a while since holidays and stuff. I feel like I go live a little bit, but Ole Miss is Georgia's grandfather. Well, that can't argue with that logic either. Can't argue with that logic. Cannot argue with it. Watching this Egg Bowl right now. This is crazy. I mean, I know it's a rivalry game, but I wouldn't expect it to have been this close. To be honest with y'all. Got Chiefs beat the Raiders today. Big win for them. I mean, that shouldn't have been as close as it was, but obviously, it was. Let's see here. Look at the Egg Bowl. Minnesota beating Wisconsin. Wisconsin, talk about a tale of just craziness. And it looks like, I mean, obviously Colorado, dude. To be honest, I miss Dak. Yeah, dude. Dak was one shining beacon of hope. Chris Jones is another one from that era that really really great player, man. Really great player. Yeah, I mean Alabama this year sucks, man. Alabama's struggling this year, man. Alabama's struggling this year. There's no getting around it. There's no getting. They're struggling, and it ain't nothing that anybody at home can do anything about. Starts with good quarterback play, decent line play, and we don't have either. So very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. So yeah, I can't argue with you on that, man. At least you kept your son in check. Well, yeah, Georgia, Georgia's a good team, man. They don't get enough respect on their name. Georgia's a really good team. And I mean that with sincerity. They're a great team. They have great talent. Their biggest problem is it's just like everybody else. They're inconsistent. Roll Tide, side, roll Tide. They're inconsistent too. I mean, I don't see any one team that's that dominant. Like people will argue with you. Maybe they're going to say Oregon, but I doubt it. I don't think Oregon's that great either. I think they have their weaknesses, and that doesn't mean they can't win it all. But I think as of right now, there's no one team that shines above the other. So. Yeah, Georgia's bad at away, but good at home. I mean, the same thing could be said about Alabama, dog. I mean, the same thing could be said. Alabama's all their losses are, on the road. Milroe has been absolutely atrocious in his career at road games. Ducks can beat Bama all day. Yeah, they could beat Bama. I mean, this year they could beat Bama. Sure they could. But Alabama could beat them too. That's the irony of Alabama. If they played their game, they could beat anybody. They proved that by beating Georgia. Then they can play like they normally play and play like shit and lose to Auburn tomorrow. So, I mean, that's the thing. Hook 'em horns. Yeah, horns, man. They're in a spot. They got a spot or a shot tomorrow. Prove what they're made of. Oregon could never compete against Georgia. They lost 4-0. That's what people don't realize, man. Georgia is the pinnacle of the SEC right now. Them in Texas, they're really up there. But you got to think, man, like you said, Alabama beat Georgia this year. Alabama actually won that game, and that's what I'm talking about. Like anybody can win. The SEC can go anywhere and beat people. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, bro. It's got to be Hunter, dude. After the game he had today, it's got to be Hunter. Hunter's going to win the Heisman. There's no doubt. And I say that with love. I think Jency had a great season. I think Jency needed to beat Barry Sanders' record in the regular season to actually make that shine. But I think Hunter just sold it. I think, and they actually force fed him the ball this week, as you saw. So Troy, go Vols, man. I think Hunter's got it in the bag, especially after what Deion did. Like I said, he force fed him the rock, gave him those yards, gave him those touches. He had some picks. He sold it this week. Hello from St. Simons Island, Georgia. Go Dogs. Hey man, my Georgia buddy will be in here in a little bit, probably shoot the shit with you guys. He'll be watching the game, probably going live. So talking with you guys. I wanted Nico. Nico, man, come on, man. Nico ain't gonna win it. I mean, not this year. Nico has a good shot. If he just straightens his ass up, he has a good shot to win it. Vandy versus Tennessee. I'm gonna take Tennessee in the defense. As Vandy seems to have lost that mojo. They've lost their steam. I know they beat Alabama, but at this point of the season, who hasn't? You know what I'm saying? But Tennessee's defense is just too much for Vandy, I think. War Eagle. I hope we have a good game. Like I said, it being at Alabama is the only reason why I think we have hope. Alabama on the road. I'd pick Auburn all day long, but I picked Alabama just because it's at home, and Milroe seems to be a different quarterback when he's at home. Let's see, what does that say? Dolphins wins. What the natty? What was that? I don't know what that is. That dog. Tell me what's up with that. Okay, let's see here. A3, I see you, bro. Hey man, sorry about the other night. Hey A3, what's up, brother? How are you, man? You can ask your questions now. Like I said, ask away, brother. We this is what we're here. We got a forum. So guys, just so you know, we are live on the purple, we're live on the red, and we're live on the on TikTok. So obviously, we have different avenues of chats coming through, but more y'all ask questions. Let's talk, shoot the shit, man. I'm just here to try to help talk some football and grow the channel for the podcast. So whatever we can do here. Milroe looked so confused last week. Thought y'all were wearing maroons. I mean, Milroe looks confused a lot, man. He looks confused a lot. Let's just be honest with you, everybody. Let's be honest. Roll Tide. I'm an absolute Alabama fan through and through, but Milroe struggles. A3 said, "How was your holiday?" Holiday was great, man. My wife is sick now, may have COVID. My kids had a fever last night, but I mean, we did get to go spend some time with family. But it turned south in a hurry. So me, I just had back surgery, so here we are. I'm just taking care of myself. Can't coach to get them motivated for Auburn. He just quit. I'm just gonna tell you, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. This team is lost and confused. War Eagle, man, I hope the game is good. But this team looks so lost and confused, man. I know the team they back Milroe, but I think they're just so tired of his antics and his inability to do the things that he needs to do to be successful. So I could feel it starting to change. I could feel the turnover. It really sucks, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Joshua Dobbs, Joe Milton, Peyton Manning were all legends at Tennessee. Joe Milton, legend, huh? Wow. Yeah, he was a legend, all right. Do you think Alabama should start Mac next year? You talking about King Mac at safety? Is that who we're talking about? Peyton? DeBoer isn't going to be a great coach in the long run. I think DeBoer has a shot, man. I think DeBoer has a shot. Yeah, I know. Rudikin, I know y'all are lost too, man. It's two peas in a pod. Two peas in a pod. Thanks, man. Thanks for the prayers, AT. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm doing okay though, and I'm excited for the game too. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think DeBoer has a shot. I think DeBoer. Sometimes coaches can make wrong hires, bad decisions. He's trying to get acclimated to the SEC. That's one thing. Like I said, if he beats Auburn, that's 9 wins on the season. If he goes win the bowl game, that would be 10 wins on the season. You can't be mad at a coach transitioning from the greatest head coach of all time to a 10-win season. You can't be mad at that. Now he's still got work to do because he's got to go out and win tomorrow. But it's going to be interesting. Bama either wins big or loses big. Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, that's what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like. Score prediction, first Iron Bowl with a new era of coaches. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be different. Score prediction. I'm going to say 28 to 24. And the only reason I say 28-24 is I think Alabama can't stop the run real well, but I think they do just enough and hold off Auburn in a late push. So he got A3's got 28-14 on the purple. So that's, I mean, thoughts on the SEC championship. So I got a feeling it's going to be Texas and Georgia. If I had to guess right now, I'm going to say Texas and Georgia in the SEC title game. And I'll say this, it's hard to go beat somebody twice, but I give Georgia the nod. One, they've already got the win. And two, they have the experience and they've done this before. They're built for the long haul. They're built for that tough road that they're going to have to face. So I've actually got Georgia winning the SEC title. They're still probably on top for now. I mean, it is what it is. Austin Mack Mack. Okay, Austin Mack or Ty Simpson. I've got Ty Simpson right now. I think his experience, he's waited his turn, and I think he can read a defense pretty well. I think Mack has all the tools and immeasurables, but I think Ty would be the one to get the nod right now. That could change. That could change over the offseason. A lot of things could happen, and so sometimes when they do happen, you got to be willing to float, go with it. So thoughts on Auburn A&M game last week? That was crazy. A&M should not have lost that game, especially but all that did is show me that they are not as elite as everyone thought they were. They just kind of benefited from an easy schedule. Auburn, if you think about it, man, they're having a really bad year, not a great season at all. And they easily, I don't want to say easily, but they were in that game from start to finish. So Sooner, what's up, man? Hey, congratulations on y'all's win. Like I said, it's been a rough week for Bama fans, but y'all won, man. You did a good job. Like I said, Alabama's just on the road. They stink, dude. Energy says Auburn wins, and I'm not going to disagree with you, Energy, that Auburn has a shot to win. If it was at Auburn, I would have picked Auburn to win this game, hands down. I know it wouldn't happen because Wednesday we screw, but Ty Simpson gets to start tomorrow and does. What does? I don't know if Ty gets to start. I think Milrose got this season at least locked up. I think he's got it locked out. So, did you guys recruit a quarterback in this class? Yeah, well, I mean, we got Keelan Russell. So Keelan Russell won the Elite 11. Keelan Russell is out of Duncanville, Texas. He is an elite talent. He's 5-star. He's like third best player. They got him ranked as a third best quarterback behind Bryce Underwood going to Michigan, which is really good. Yeah, Milrose's not a good quarterback, but I will tell you, Keelan Russell is a true passer. This dude can straight out ball. Keelan Russell, we're in good hands if we can keep him. We're in great hands if we can keep him. Colorado is making the playoffs. I don't think so. I think they have to have a lot happen. In order, but they got to have like two teams lose in the Big 12 between who was it? Iowa State, Iowa State and BYU, and one more team have to. Arizona State. Two of the three have to lose for Colorado to make it. Milroe can run the ball though, just not against Tennessee. Thing is, man, here's the deal. We say that, but like the problem is Milroe is so. It's not that he can't run against Tennessee. Or Tennessee did this, Tennessee that, Oklahoma did this, Oklahoma did that. The problem with Milroe is when the opportunity is there to run, he doesn't run. Like, I'm not saying it was there all game. I'm saying when there's an opportunity to run, he refuses to. And then when he tries to run when there's like I literally have a clip where he had 8 men in the box against Oklahoma, all blitzing, and he decides to do a QB draw. That's when you pull the ball out and throw it. He just doesn't have that. He don't have that mental capacity to do those things. Let's see here. Auburn versus Bama basketball. Oh, man, that dude. That's going to be fun. Basketball is going to be fun. Thank you for following, Gio. Hey, Roll Tide. Danny, Roll Tide. Milroe is too hard to carry a young team. Yeah. Milroe tries to do too much to a fault. He has good running backs. He has great receivers, and he refuses to get them involved until it's too late. So, like I said, we need Bama to win tomorrow. Yeah, A3. We need Bama to win. That way we can carry our own. Forget going to the playoffs as a Bama fan. I don't think we deserve the playoffs if we're being honest with ourselves, and we're just talking out our ass right now, but I don't think we deserve a playoff game. And as a Bama fan, I can say that and hold my head up, but I will say this. I mean, is there a shot that we can get in? Yeah, but do we want to? Because we're probably not anywhere near the capability of some of these other teams, but I will say this. We need to win just to hold our head up, win the Iron Bowl. He needs to win his first Iron Bowl. He needs to win that. And then we need to try to make sure that we win the bowl game and get to 10 wins. I think that'd be huge. Plenty of running backs, just try and convert some, fatten them up. Yeah, Bama's trash. I mean, they are trash this year. I mean, they've done everything wrong that they possibly can. So I'm not going to argue with you, Ricky. Do you think Bama starts Keelan Russell or Ty? I think Ty's got the nod. The thing about quarterbacks, it's like O-line and D-line. Sometimes it takes a little bit to develop that speed to the next level. All right. See you, brother. See you, brother A3. See you, man. All right. Hopefully I'll still be here. I think Ty gets the nod. Nick Sheridan is Milroe's biggest problem. Milroe has problems for sure, but he's not calling the right play. I see the problem is Milroe has a lot of plays where he gets to pick. He gets that RPO option. Now, I'm not saying it's always the right thing and it's not always the best, but you got to think, is Milroe picking the right play based on what he sees on the field? I don't know that. So Nick Sheridan is a problem, though, and that's one of the things that hopefully DeBoer can address. Hopefully he can address it. I agree with you, sir. Bama's not good enough. I don't think they're good enough to be in the playoffs this year. Milroe doesn't fit the coach's scheme. I will say this: DeBoer's offense is based on a very accurate QB, and he's not. He's not. Notre Dame would beat them in South Bend, but won't come north of Tennessee border. Let's see. Let's see your Georgia Tech prediction. Oh, I got Georgia and Georgia Tech, man. I'm sorry, Georgia. I just think Georgia's just too good. They're just too good, man. RPO and QB power. Yeah, the QB power. We do the QB power a lot, and like 100%. Like you said, sometimes that's to a fault. We do that stupid crap all the time. And Purnell said it right. Milroe cannot read a defense, which is the number one thing a quarterback has to do to be successful is read a defense, and Milroe can't do it. Milroe can't do it. Honestly, like we should take Milroe back to grade school and just give him a play and expect him to run it. No more RPO, no more options. Auburn's going to run it all over us because I want to tell you this: Kane Womack's defense can't stop the run. Kane Womack's defense can't stop the run. It's going to be very, very challenging. I promise. He can't stop the run. He refuses to address it. He'll see us getting gashed over and over, and he won't do anything. Would you be nervous if the Iron Bowl was in Auburn? I swear, man, I don't think we win it at all. I just don't think we do. So, could Ohio State beat Alabama? Ohio State could absolutely beat Alabama. Iowa game, Tennessee. Did y'all get we got a whole new coaching staff. Alabama got a whole new coaching staff. We're struggling, so. Losing Lawson does hurt. But hopefully we don't have we know what Auburn's going to try to do, guys. Peyton Thorne's not going to beat us. So we just got to go line up and, mano a mano, put a hat on somebody and win. What should happen this off season with the OC and DC? We really need the offensive coordinator to either straighten his shit up. I don't think Kane Womack. Touchdown Ole Miss. If you're watching that game, touchdown Ole Miss, 27-14 now. I don't think Kane Womack's offense is made for this. Our defense is made for the SEC. Ohio State, thank you for following, Purnell. Appreciate you. Hey, guys, everybody in here, if you can, man, share this live out. Tap the screen, follow for me. And like I said, we're trying to build up a community. We have a podcast every Wednesday and Saturday night. We're trying to get this shit going for Austin. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, we talk the same kind of shit on our podcast. So this is kind of stuff we want. We want to talk football with y'all. We got 2 Tennessee fans, two Alabama fans, and a Georgia fan. So we pretty diverse group. That's how I feel about my dogs and Mike Bobo. Hey, man, but you got to admit, Mike Bobo is 10 times coordinator Nick Sheridan is right now. I mean, that's just my opinion, but that's just what I got. We're beating Auburn. Okay. Well, I mean, we can beat Auburn. I picked us to beat. Hey, there's Riddle. There's our Georgia fan right there. Jeff Riddle in the chat. That's our Georgia fan. But anyway, we can beat Auburn. That's not the problem. The problem is, do we do the things necessary to beat them? I mean, we can. We have the talent to beat them. That's not a problem. Oh, interception, Mississippi State on the point after. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, shit. Okay, anyway. Bobo isn't that bad. No, Bobo isn't that bad. Almost game time. Yeah, man, get ready for that shit. If we could kept Grubb would have been the move, yes, 100%. Grubb was the offensive coordinator. He was fantastic. If we would have kept him, yes, I think we'd be in a better situation this year. What do you think about DeBoer? Because he was at Washington, basically the whole team was there. Yeah, I mean, DeBoer is not a bad coach, guys. I mean, like I said, I think he made some piss poor decisions on coordinators. Trying to keep some continuity from Washington. He's going to realize that's not going to work in the SEC. Thank you for following Sism. He's going to realize that's not going to work, and then he's going to have to make an adjustment. That's what coaches do, man. Well, that's what good coaches do. Bama's cooked. I don't think we're cooked. I mean, like I said, we win tomorrow. We win a bowl game. We got 10 wins. That's not cooked. Cooked would be going 6-6 or have a losing record. Bama would get stomped by Notre Dame. I can't admit that. Notre Dame's offense is shaky at best. Riley Leonard is not a good QB. He is exactly like Milroe. So anyone that thinks, I mean, come on, man, just come on. Bama's out. Bama's out. Bama's out right now. It'd have to take a whole lot. It'd take a whole lot. I'm not saying Notre Dame. I'm not saying Notre Dame wouldn't beat Alabama this year. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they're not going to blow us out. They're not going. They're not going to stomp us. There ain't no damn way. They ain't got the athletes. We can say whatever we want. Every time we play Notre Dame, it's like playing a team that's in the mud. They're so slow. But could they beat us this year? Notre Dame could beat us this year. It's just me being honest. They could beat us. So who you got in the SEC championship? I got Georgia and Texas, with Georgia taking it. That's my opinion, though. Don't shoot the messenger. Honestly, it's Caden's first year. Why is everyone? I mean, dude, yeah, okay. It's going to take a long time to establish. Not a long time, but what I mean is Kalen DeBoer. We knew we were going to have drop off from Saban. I mean, Saban. And we do. We have drop off, and now all of a sudden, everybody's panicking. I'm not panicking. I just think Jalen Milroe's too far along in his development. He makes some stupid ass decisions, dude. He makes some stupid ass decisions. And a quarterback at his level that's been in there so much, if he can't make any better decisions, it's time for him to go. And I hope he has a wonderful career in the NFL. I wouldn't take him, but I hope somebody. I think UGA wins the title. They have as good a shot as anybody. Well, I hope if we win, if Tennessee loses to Vandy, then we'll be back in. Yeah, I mean, if Tennessee loses, that obviously a spot's open up. Milroe is not good. Yes, I agree with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I feel Texas A&M beats Texas. I don't know, man. After losing last week, I just don't know. I don't know how good Texas A&M really is. I mean, do you have faith in that Texas A&M team? I don't. DeBoer is the guy as far as college football calendar goes. He did get hired at the worst time, and he did have some stuff. He's got a good recruiting class. He's had a pretty successful first year. When I say successful, is it Alabama success? No, it's not. But we're spoiled, man. We're spoiled because of Saban. And yeah, Texas schedule is weak. Dogs are a dangerous team. Yeah, they are. They're always dangerous. They're always dangerous. And I do have faith in DeBoer. I do. I just don't. I'm just going to be honest with you. I have no faith in Milroe anymore. Just he has sucked that faith right out of me. Texas beat A&M. Texas is good, man. Make no mistake. They have a weak schedule, but they have a good team. Thank you for following, Snoop. Bama lost too many to the portal. Yeah, they lost 26 players total to the portal, and a lot of those were going to be starters this year. Does Alabama need to win at recruiting? So I agree Alabama could do better at recruiting, but when you're recruiting nationally like he is, I mean, you get the best players you can get, man. Like, nobody wants an Alabama quarterback when you can have Keelan Russell playing at, one of the top schools in Texas. I mean, thank you for the follow, Gavin. 100% spoiled as Bama fans. I know, man. We are spoiled, but that's the beauty of it, man. We can do that. We can say that. Who gives a shit? Like I said, I have expectations. I'm not going to. If Saban taught me one thing, it's play to a standard. We're not going to settle for anything less than that. So some sports media person said that Steelers would take Milroe QB. Okay, go ahead, man. I'm a Bama fan, but I'm telling you, I always root for my Bama players in the NFL, but Milroe is not an NFL quarterback. And anyone that compares Ashton Jeanty to Derrick Henry is an idiot. Okay, not even close. Not even close. Not close at all. He's having a hell of a season, and he's running over the competition that's in front of him, but no, not close. I like how everyone says SC is big and bad, and Texas joins now and beat both of them. Okay, so Georgia beat the hell out of Texas. Okay, Georgia beat the hell out of Texas. Alabama, shitty ass loss. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. They lost Oklahoma. They played shitty. Yeah, 100%. But I mean, Oklahoma's seen the struggles. They're a pretty bad team. They beat Alabama, and they're still. Thank you for following, Brian. They're a pretty bad team. And Oklahoma's already admitted that they didn't realize it was going to be this hard in the SEC. Texas would have slaughtered them with their starting QB. Okay, Milroe is just not. Yeah, Milroe looks like he's lost. Dude. He looks like he's lost in like NIL or something that's got him distracted. Because I'm just going to tell you, man, he's not playing football, man. This dude's not playing football. This dude's out there worried about something else. He's worried about something else. I don't know what that is. Gamecocks will jump Bama if a spot opens up. It's going to be tough. So Gamecocks would have to jump Bama and Ole Miss, both teams that beat them on the field, and I don't see the committee doing that. If they completely destroy Clemson, it is possible, though. I mean, when I say destroy, I mean like 30 points or more. Yeah, Milroe's not a QB, dude. Milroe needs to go ahead and start making that adjustment. He tried to show everybody he could throw, and last game you might as well throw that all out the window because he sucked. Bama lost to Vandy and OU. Texas beat both of them. Yeah, okay. I mean, what's up with that, man? Texas is a good team. Thank you for following, Bama. Texas is a good team. You know, they were a good team last year when we played them. They were a good team the year before. Take a look at Jalen Johnson from Thomas County. He's a good QB. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's good QBs out there. Need to revolve the offense around Jam Miller. Anybody, just do something different, man. Just do something different, because the fact that we can't run, we can't utilize play action, and that's what we need to do. Gators will beat Bama right now. Yeah, I think the Gators have a good shot to beat Alabama, 100%, man. I'm not saying they would not. It would be up and up, you know, because Lagway's a good quarterback. I'm just saying that Ryan Williams is going to stay, guys. Just so you guys know, he has an NIL deal. So this kid's making millions already with the NIL deals that Alabama's put in front of him. He grew up a Bama fan. He's not going anywhere. All we got to do is we're gonna put together a package for him. Touchdown Mississippi State. Oh no, down at the one. Hey, welcome. All Auburn fans are welcome here, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, dude. Ryan Williams is not leaving, because there's a lot of money there, and all we need to do is just show them that we're committed. Thank you for liking and following, guys. If everybody that has, thank you for liking and following. Bottom line is we're going to put together a package, and we're going to say, look, this is how we're going to get you the ball. This is how we're going to make you successful. Riddle, thank you, brother. Woo! Thank you for following Noah. I think he stays though. I think he stays. Money talks, man, and he's going to be making plenty of money. Okay, I'm just telling you. Texas schedule not weak. If top teams are losing, they are dominating their competition. No, the problem is they didn't play the typical blue bloods. That's all we're saying about Texas, man. That's all we're saying about Texas. 3 million. Yeah, I mean, dude's making big money, man. Big money. Isaiah Bond wasn't leaving. No. Isaiah Bond was leaving. Because Isaiah Bond wasn't making $3 million. So we got to quit trying to act like it's something that Isaiah Bond was not anywhere near the same level of talent as Ryan Williams either. He was, I mean, just to be honest, he wasn't. He was great receiver for us, but he was not the same level of talent. Nowhere near. I'd rather have Jalen instead of Peyton Thorne. Yeah, I mean, if Jalen plays good football, I mean, we could win. The problem is he don't play good football enough. Who's your projected Final Four as of today? Like, are you wanting like top 4 teams? Or are you wanting like how they're seeded in the playoffs? Ryan Williams Calvin Ridley would be a good comp, dude. Calvin Ridley, good comp. Go Vols, hate to say it, but I'd rather see a 3-loss SEC team. Some cake. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Riddle. Thank you, buddy. Woo! Yeah, Riddle's on fire, man. Appreciate you, Riddle. Playoff Final Four. So let's just say this: last 4 teams standing. I'd have to look at our thing. I think last time we did this this week. Thank you again, Riddle, for everything. We did this week, and I think we ended up having it was 2 SEC teams. It was, I think, Georgia, Texas again, or it was, I can't remember who it was, but it was Texas and somebody in the semi versus Ohio State and Oregon, I think, or something like that. I can't remember how it played out, but basically we picked Ohio State to win it all just because of the sheer talent. There was 2 SEC teams in the Final Four though. Notre Dame, Miami, Oregon, OSU. Yeah, I mean, if you're picking like, see, I think Miami stinks. To be honest with you, I think Miami stinks. I think they have no defense. But are they going to be in the playoff? Probably, yeah, 100%. You're right with that. I mean, I just don't like them that much. Anyway, what else we got? Why you think Ryan would leave? No, I don't think he would leave at all. I mean, right now this season he's on par to make 2.5 million, 3 million, something like that. He's not going anywhere. The road is the winner of the Penn State and Indiana game. Yeah, the road is the U getting clapped. Yeah, Miami's defense is not going to be good enough to hang with some of these big teams. Now, the key is there's some people that are going to have a very easy road in the playoffs because you're going to be playing teams like Boise State and you know, let's see, Ohio versus Georgia, Texas. I mean, Penn State doesn't impress me either, but based on where they land in the playoff seed. Thank you for following, Jordan. Imagine if Miami faced a good defense. I don't know what Miami would do if they faced a good defense because they haven't faced one all year. Texas has an easy path. I'm telling you, the seed right now, so people don't realize this, but the seed right now is the 5th seed. The 5th seed is the seed because Mississippi State just failed to convert a 4th and goal. So the game's over pretty much. The 5th seed is going to have a real easy road. We got to win tomorrow. Score prediction. I said 28-24. I think we suck at stopping the run, but we do just enough and hold on to beat Auburn. But it just depends on which Milrose shows up, man. Hey, what's up, Kias? How are you, brother? I'm just being honest, man. My faith in Milrow is just so freaking just shook right now. Thank you for following, Jaden. Let's see here. We got to let's see here. What about the Tennessee Vols? The Vols look good, man. The Vols are in the playoffs as of right now. As long as they don't lose tomorrow, they're in, brother. That's why Notre Dame has, if they can jump Penn State 5 seed. Yeah, Notre Dame, yeah, 100%. If Notre Dame jumps and gets that 5th seed, yeah, they're going to be it. But Penn State right now has got that 5th seed locked up because they don't play anybody really. Thank you for following, Junior. Yes, there is a chance that Georgia and Texas could play 3 times. I'm sorry. I misread that. If Beck comes to play, Beck's just like Milrow, dude. If Beck comes and shows up and plays his style of football and plays successfully, yeah, we need to put Thompson in. Thompson? Who's Thompson? Auburn is going to duplicate what OK did defense. Gotta be realistic. Auburn can't duplicate what OU does. They're not the same on defense. They're not. Tennessee fan born and raised, and Nico ain't it. There's a lot of people that would agree with you. Bama's backup QB is not horrible. I don't know where people get that idea. He's not horrible. He can't run. He can run. He just can't run as well as Milrow, which is probably what we need this year. Texas won the SEC championship by 10. Well, I mean, they're going to have to go through Georgia. They didn't win by 10 the first time, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can do it, brother. I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying it'd be a hard road for them. Beck is carrying the dogs. Beck has been. I did have a great Turkey Day, Kias. Thanks, Brad. Thank you, man. I hope you did too. Man. I mean, you gotta be honest with you, dude. Like, Georgia, if Georgia loses the SEC championship, they're out of the playoffs. No, I disagree. I'm going out on a limb, Jason. I'm going out on a limb, and I'm telling you, the loser of this game still makes playoffs. I don't think Georgia fought and made it into the championship game. I don't think they're going to penalize them. They may be the bottom seed, but I don't think they penalize them. I'm going out on a limb, though. But Texas does have to beat A&M first. Yep, they sure do. Tennessee and Vandy are having their custody battle for Bama. Yeah, hey, man. We'll be calling one of them, Dada. Let's see here. Long as we don't play Bama and Mercedes Benz, we're good. Yeah. If Milrow and Beck show up, Bama and Georgia still. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, dude. That's the whole point. Is these teams are making it more challenging on us when we play them. They're putting out good defenses, things like that. And when you got a quarterback that can't read defenses and you start seeing complex looks, obviously he's struggling, man. And that's what Oklahoma did. That's exactly what Oklahoma did. Thoughts on the freshman QB? Keelan Russell's not a freshman yet. He will be coming early. He'll be signing with us next week. And Keelan Russell is legit. He is absolutely legit. He's going to be a future star for us. Let's be real. Quinn came back after an injury, and it's be a different game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. It'll be different, maybe. Texas A&M. Let's see. Go Vols. Vols having a good year, man. Georgia's going to drum them. Texas is not physical. Texas is kind of, they just don't have that. They don't have what they had last year. I'll say that. They lost a lot on that defensive front, man. They're just not the same. I'm mad he's going to y'all. Hey, man, Keelan Russell is freaking phenomenal, dude. I'm excited to be getting that guy. The sky's the limit with him, and I'm so looking forward to it. Texas is still playing like they are still in the other conference. Well, that's the thing, man. It's going to take a little bit, man. It takes a little bit to really transition and get a different feel. Texas is a good team, though. Sarkisian knew what it was all about, and he kind of started prepping these guys earlier. Buckeyes have a good season, man. Auburn 31-30. I hope not, but it's possible, guys. Thoughts on Clemson versus South Carolina? That's a good question. I have South Carolina. I think their defensive front is legit. They're scary good, and Sellers does just enough to get them the win. Clemson's up or down just like Bama, man. They're a blue blood, but they're up and down, and they just, they're just not consistent. What seed does Texas fall if they lose the SEC? I don't know what seed they'll fall to exactly, but they still will be in the playoffs, which is, if you're looking at it from a conference perspective, SEC, that's good. That's good. They're still going to be in the they're still going to be in the playoffs, man. Who do you see being Bama's? Thank you for following, Shane. Who do you see being Bama's QB next year? That's going to be, I'm going to go with Ty. I'm going to say it's Ty's to lose. It'll be a competition, though, so if there was ever a shot for anyone to jump him, it'll be in the fall. Thank you for it's your boy. Thank you for following, man. You watch the NFL? Yeah, I do watch the NFL. Just not the same as college. I don't follow it like I do for college. Like I support my Bama boys in the NFL. So But whoever wins the SEC, an easy path to the Natty game. See, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because here's the thing: like SEC is the hardest conference ever. We've proven that time and again. We don't have to argue that. We know, is Milroe going to come back or go to the NFL? As a Bama fan, the best thing that can happen to Alabama is for Milroe to leave. Milroe needs to leave, and he needs to go. Thank you for following, Philip. He needs to go to the NFL. We need fresh blood. Thank you, Riddle. Woo! I got Penn's. You got Ohio State and Texas in the Natty. Okay. That's a good pick, man. A lot of people have that at the beginning of the year. Ohio State's good. Texas is good. Make no mistake about it. I know we can talk about schedules, everything else, but talent is there. Riddle, you send in every damn thing you can. Thank you, brother. Penn State, Notre Dame are frauds. We've said that on this show many times. I think Penn State and Notre Dame both have a defense, but I do not think they're good enough to win the big one. Damn, Mitchell, there you go, brother. Woo, thank you, Rich. Mitchell said, not to be outdone. Y'all should look at Julian Lewis. Julian Lewis is really good, dude. We knew that. Mitchell, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Riddle, thank you. Let's see here. On the purple, Kia says the actual best thing for Bama is a better OC in DC. And that's what I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I don't know if we're going to make a change at the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator spot, or if he's going to just try to work with them and improve. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe takes the reins from him a little bit and says, hey, I'm going to be more involved. I don't know. Let's see here. I'll get caught up. Howard will have to be Stroud 2.0. He's not playing bad. That's the thing is Will Howard's proven to be a game manager, and he can make those throws. He can make those runs. He's done just enough to keep Ohio State in games and beat some games. He only lost to Oregon by 1 point. So right now, 100% my opinion is Ohio State has the team. Ohio State is the team to beat right now. That's my opinion, though. I think Ohio State's going to win the Big Ten and take over the 1 seed, but we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Beat games for the last 3 years. Let's see here. You're right. Gamecocks, Clemson. I have South Carolina, guys. I got South Carolina beating Clemson. I got South Carolina beating Clemson, and the reason why I think South Carolina's defensive front, man, is very good. They are very good. Tennessee is getting the Natty. Oh man, that's you might. They got a shot. It's going to be hard for them though. Their offense isn't good enough. Georgia need to try a dual threat QB. They've had a couple on their roster. I would consider Stetson Bennett a dual threat. So, and I actually have a Georgia fan on the panel that would agree with me. Because if you needed to run to get the first down, that guy certainly would do it. That's where I disagree. Oregon has one of the most complete receiver core in college. So Trayshawn Holden's their number one receiver. Just remember that. Trayshawn Holden's their number one receiver. He wasn't even good enough to start at Alabama. So we could say that. We could say that they're one of the – you said most complete. I'll give you – they are one of the better receiving cores. I'm just going to say they're not littered with talent like people think they are. It's the scheme. It definitely helps them, man. What's your thoughts on Jace Clarizio? Yeah, he just committed to us. I don't know enough about him. I know he flipped, but I don't know enough about him. I know we wanted another running back, and because obviously we lost Turbo, but I don't know. I mean, he seems cool. He seems good. Trayshawn would definitely start it this year. I don't think so. Maybe you're right. I think Jeremy Bernard is a better receiver than Trayshawn Holden. That's my opinion. And I think Ryan Williams is better. I mean, I think Ryan Williams is definitely better than Trayshawn Holden, and he's just 17 years old. Bama is stacked, but I think what they wanted two in this class just in case we lost some. With the portal and everything, you never know, man. We ran through Texas. Ain't no way people think they beat us in the championship. I think Georgia's going to be tough to beat, man, in the championship game. I think they'll be tough to beat. I go to school with Jace. You guys will be in good hands. Hey, man, that's awesome. It's awesome because we need them, man. We need players, man. We need those guys, and I'd like to have more of a receiving back too, if we could. Ryan Williams will be in the NFL, and he will be creating highlights, guys. Let's just call that what it is. Georgia played an injured Quinn Ewers. I mean, it's just like Texas, though, man. It's always a quarterback gets hurt, and it's like, oh man, you think we need a new coach? When you say we, you mean like Alabama needs a new coach? I don't know, man. I like our coach. I'm not going to sit there and. But I will say this about the coach. I want to see what kind of adjustments he makes. If he makes adjustments the way he should, then I think we'll be all right. If he doesn't, if he fails to do anything and just sits back and lets insanity take over, then yeah, we're going to be screwed. Everyone says Hunter for Heisman. Are they playing? They haven't played anybody. Yeah, but Hunter's done enough, dude. Hunter's done enough playing. He's the first athlete I can remember in this age to play on both sides of the ball full time. Thank you for following, Dylan. Injured or not, the game was over in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Tony's in here. Here's another one. There's another guy from the panel. DeBoer needs to be tougher. I see. We don't know what happens in the back though. We don't know what's going on behind the curtains, guys. IU Vols Irish, dude. You like everybody, don't you? But hey, thank you. Thank you for following, man. Marquise, name a few. Christian, name a few. Who'd you say? What were you saying, Marquise? Sorry, I couldn't. Y'all lost Oklahoma. We did lose Oklahoma. Yeah, we suck, man. This is not Alabama's year. You might as well just go on. I've admitted that. Talk to me. I'm a Bama fan. Tell me how. How Bama can what? Beat Auburn? Adjustments have to be made. Yes, 100%. If you're a Bama fan and you admit adjustments have to be made. Anyone thinks Georgia and Bama ain't the best? Georgia and Alabama definitely have. Thank you for following Jay Coffee. They have talent, man. They have talent. They have failed to utilize that talent this year. Alabama certainly has failed to utilize. Brandon, thank you for following. We have failed in many aspects, and a lot of it started with quarterback play. Georgia won't beat Texas again. It's tough to beat. Jamie, thank you for following. It's tough to beat a team twice. I will admit that. That's 100% the truth. So it's going to be interesting, though. Georgia starting position was their own 42 from the Texas game. That won't happen again. I mean, yeah, it may not happen again. I don't know, man. But I'm just going to tell you, Georgia's stacked, dude. Georgia's stacked. And they've got players back from injury as well. So we got to be careful. Keely Ringo. I mean, Keely Ringo's good. He's real good. It hurts not seeing Bama in the playoffs. Yeah, I know, man. There's still an outside shot, but I don't think so. Bama could sneak in, but we don't deserve it. I agree with you, Mike. We don't deserve it. I do want us to win against Auburn and win our bowl game so we get to 10 wins this season. I do want that to happen. This is exactly what they wanted NIL to do, is create this parity for the playoffs. They wanted that to happen. It's happening. But if you guys don't think the top teams are still going to be on top, they're not. Alabama lost a game they shouldn't have lost. Milroe played like absolute dog shit. If we had any kind of quarterback with a fucking pulse, we would have won that game, but we didn't. And at the end of the day, that's every loss we've had. It's been pretty much come up to that. But I will say this. This is what they wanted, and this is what's going to happen. But Alabama was still very much in the mix. Texas in the mix. Ohio State, Oregon, Tennessee, all these teams are still in the mix. The teams that they were trying to, create parity to help them have an advantage, those teams still suck. So it doesn't matter. Although my Gators got a big upset overall. The Gators look good right now. I will say this. The Gators look good. Prediction for tonight's game. I got Georgia winning this one pretty big. Simpson should have seen more snaps. And yeah, we did a very poor job on preparing Simpson. He did, but he did it running the ball, and he did it against a team that has no rush defense. I mean, Alabama has no run defense either. It's about money, bro. Bama will always be in the mix. I know that I agree with that. They're going to spend money to be successful. I agree with that. I'm just saying that everyone thinks this parity is going to be. This is just 1 year, man. It's the consistency. It's that ability to sustain. One thing we know about our coach is he can't make an adjustment at halftime. Yeah, that's true. I feel like we've really struggled at Alabama to make adjustments. Kelly ruined LSU. Probably. I can't stand Brian Kelly. You have to be delusional if Texas will lose to A&M. I don't think Texas will lose to A&M. I don't think so. I think it'll be a good game for a little bit, but I don't think it'll be for very long. Lagway is going to be good, dude. Lagway is going to be freaking phenomenal. It must be practice squad players. Okay, it's going to be much worse. Where do you think Milroe? Where do you rank Milroe in recent? Last. I mean, that's not even a question. Last. I mean, if there was something below last, I would pick it. Dude, we could go back. Milroe. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Blake Sims was a better quarterback for Bama than Milroe is. I'm just telling you. Right now. Lagway went in the portal. Tennessee or Vandy. I got Tennessee. The defense too much. He's bringing Washington football to Bama. It's not going to work. I know he's going to have to make adjustments. I'm going to tell you that he's going to see. Mike, I got Sims. I got Sims better than him. I got Sims. Sims could actually make a throw when you needed him to. Milroe has a good deep ball, but Sims. We lost with Blake Sims to one of the best Ohio State teams in many, many years, loaded with NFL talent. And I mean, we did get beat, but Sims, I'd take Sims over Milroe. I've never seen Sims just sit there and throw a ball right to somebody looking at him, staring him down. I've never seen that. So Milroe sucks. There ain't nothing going wrong with Milroe. There's some. Oh, dude, Milroe cannot read a defense, guys. He can't read a defense. When you're looking with your eyes right at a defender, before you even cock back to throw the football and you throw it right at him, I mean, that's not on the offensive coordinator, dude. That is all on Milroe. Milroe struggles so much, dude. He was shook so much in that Oklahoma game. I'll take Young over all of them. Yeah, McCarron was a winner. McCarron was a game manager, but he was a winner. Thank you for following, Mike. But Bryce Young was a freaking stud, dude. I'll take Kiffin over Burger King. Yeah, Kiffin. How quick does DeBoer pull Milroe if he's struck? I don't think he pulls him. Thank you for following Hayden. Thank you for following Brock. I don't think he pulls him, man. I think it's just going to be. I think we're just going to fight. I think we're just I don't know. Yeah, and Kies did say Blake Sims had a better offense coordinator. Then that may be why Blake Sims was better, 100%. I actually thought Mac Jones, I thought Mac Jones was one of the best at Alabama. He played on a very good team. Thank you for following Ghost. Vince Young couldn't read a defense either, but he wanted. Yeah, Vince Young. But see, let's not compare, Jason. Come on now. We're not comparing Vince Young to Milroe. We're not. We're not doing that. Because I'm just going to tell you, Vince Young's twice the quarterback Milroe is. Will Milroe not play in a bowl game or transfer? I don't know, man. The best thing that happened is he needs to go on off in the sunset. We need to start preparing for life without Milroe is what we need to do. People don't give Mac Jones. I love Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones was a fantastic quarterback from Alabama. And I'm going to tell you this. When he walked on that field, I never doubted that we were going to score. Never doubted. Him and Smitty, man, were absolutely just unstoppable. Scott Cochran back. Yeah, I mean, Cochran was fantastic at strength and conditioning. He just brought an attitude with him. That's what I liked about Cochran. You guys aren't bad. It's just money. Yeah, I mean, we're not terrible. But the Oklahoma game was terrible, guys. The Oklahoma game was terrible. Tennessee game, okay, that was hit or miss. It could go either way. And Tennessee got the better end of that one. They beat us fair and square. Vanderbilt game, they just ran it right down the throat. They out physicaled us. But the Oklahoma game, we just absolutely got destroyed. So, but what's Mac doing in the NFL? He ain't not doing anything in the NFL. I mean, he's not, man. Weren't this bad under Saban? My bad. That's not a good comparison. Yeah, I don't think it's a good comparison either, Tony. AJ is my all-time QB, but I think Tua Bryce were the best QBs at best. AJ won 2 at Alabama, so mass respect for him. Let's see. South Carolina beat y'all too. Beat who? Who'd South Carolina beat? They didn't beat us. Craig, thank you for following, brother. Kirby, OU destroyed McCarron. I don't know. Let's see. When did they destroy McCarron? Tennessee would have won if Milroe would have understood he can throw to others besides Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, man. Milroe struggled that night too. Same thing. AJ should have had 3 in a row. Yeah, I mean, that 2010 team was loaded. Let's see here. What did Vince Young do in the NFL? He didn't do anything either. But I mean, he's still a better college QB than Jalen Milroe. I never said anything to say Williams is better than some NFL. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to sit there and say that. I said he's going to be an NFL. Ryan Williams is going to be an NFL receiver. We might as well just get that in our heads. That's going to happen. Bench Milroe. I don't think they'll bench him this year. Let him finish out the year on his terms, and then we'll go. Does South Carolina beat Clemson? Yes, I got South Carolina. Do the defensive front and a very dynamic running game from Lenore, Sellers, and Sanders. Milroe will improve. He's going to maybe if he has like a Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder telling him what to do and not to do it in real time, he can improve. But I'm just telling you right now, he's a long way from being an NFL quarterback. South Carolina about to beat y'all 2 points and got the onside kick. It took South Carolina everything they had just to come back in that game. It took them everything they had to come back in that game. Like I said, that was just Milroe. That's an example of Milroe right there. Absolutely just trying to get McCarron got sacked worse than Milroe. Yeah, McCarron wasn't a running QB though. He wasn't a running. Auburn got y'all this. They could have us this week. I don't know. O-line problems in the past cater to Milroe. Yeah, O-line is very weak, which is where his eyes are. See, that's where I'm gonna tell you. Like in the Tennessee game, for instance, you know that the right side is his strong side. He's right-handed. He should always have that presence on that side. And usually when he loses the ball to a fumble from a sack, it's always coming from that side because he fails to look. He stares down a direction. That's what he does. It doesn't matter which direction it is. He'll stare it down. Man, I love how realistic you are. Thank you. I try. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat nothing. That's one thing we try to do over here, man. We don't want to sit here and, call something a steak when it's fucking horseshit. Bama should never be in the playoffs. They're a first round bye. Bama Bama's not in the playoffs, man. Right now, they're not. They're not. Let's just call it what it is. Aggies beat the Longhorns this weekend. I don't see that happening, brother. I don't see that happening, Logan. I think Texas is just that good. So just so you guys know, Ole Miss just went final, 26-14 over Mississippi State. So Ole Miss is sitting there. They needed a big win, but they got the egg, and we'll see what happens. They need a lot of people to lose in front of them if they're going to make the playoffs. LSU lost 2 straight because Kelly was calling offensive play. I don't like Brian Kelly. So Milroe, Robbie said Milroe isn't the best for reading the defense. That's his problem. It's not talent. It's up here. Justin and Jam have been mediocre in their own right. Really thought, dude. So I'm going to be honest with you. Here's the thing, though. Justice and Jam, most of our running plays are RPOs, dude. We have very few run plays that are just dedicated run plays. And a lot of times where there is a good hole for the running back, Milroe just pull it and not get anything with it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to see. Thank you for following. Period. see your views per live. Keep going up each live. Thanks, dude. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for stopping by. They should have never got rid of Coach O. LSU, yeah, that's probably true. Coach O could coach, and he motivated those guys. Brian Kelly, though, I mean, he did get him a Heisman winner at least. I mean, but I don't think he was ever going to do much more than that. Missing the playoffs is going to be crazy. Yeah, I'm going to miss the playoffs, and I'm going to hate it, but it is what it is. Jam Miller over Haynes. Yeah, I mean, I think Jam Miller is proven this year he's definitely a better running back right now. Thank you for following President. But I think overall, Justice Haynes is going to be a good quarterback, especially if we get a fucking line that can block. If anybody else besides the SC going to win it, better take advantage this year. President, thanks for Juice. Good Bama fan. I'm trying to be the best Bama fan I can be, but I'm not gonna sit here and go, yay, go Jalen Milroe. It's not your fault. Yeah, sometimes it is his fault. Go Auburn, 34-28. I got 28-24 Bama just because it's at home. There's no point in being scared. We lost to Oklahoma and we lost to Vanderbilt this year. I mean, anything's possible. Tyler Booker has been extremely overrated as well. Tyler Booker, yeah, I mean, he got hyped up this offseason, and he has not played his potential 100%. He's still a very good talent, but if I was him, I'd come back. I don't think he's a first-round talent right now. What do you think of Notre Dame? I think Notre Dame's okay. I think Notre Dame's got a very solid defense. I do not like their offense at all. I don't like their offense at all. I don't. Hey, guys, everybody that's in here, if you can, man, please give me a like and a follow. Like I said, we do a podcast every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8:30. We got two Tennessee fans, 2 Bama fans, and a Georgia fan. And in all honesty, like we're trying to build the community up. That way, we'll be live tomorrow night at 8:30, talking about all things football, just like we're doing right now. But thank you guys for following. Thank you everybody that did. South Carolina, let's see here. I think Auburn has a better overall wide receiver core. You think they have a better one than Bama? I'd take Jeremy Bernard over anybody, and I'd take Ryan Williams for sure over what's Coleman? For sure over Coleman. But that's me. I think Milroe stays. I hope not, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, if he stays, y'all are in for a real fucking treat, because I'm gonna straight up be I'm gonna be livid all season next year, because I'm telling you right now, it's not a matter of if he loses, it's when he loses. What do you think about Hugh Freeze? I don't like Hugh Freeze. I think Hugh Freeze is a piece of shit. You think about it, Hugh Freeze got caught. One, he got caught cheating. So, I mean, that happened. Roll Tide, Randy. Like I said, he got caught cheating. That happened. Then, when they dug in deeper, found out he was getting strippers for underage kids. So when I say underage, I mean under 18. Now, I know these boys are old enough to make their own decisions, but at the same time, if that was your kid, you probably wouldn't be too happy about that. So I think Hugh Freeze is a piece of shit. You think Keelan Russell beats out Ty next year? I don't think so. That's not true. Okay. It's fine. I mean, it was all over the freaking news. Hugh Freeze with his burner phone. You can't act like that didn't happen. You can't act like it didn't happen. He was tied into an escort agency out of Florida. Yeah, you can't act like that didn't happen. There's no way to sweep that under the rug. There's no way to sweep that under the rug. You think Keelan Russell beats out Ty? I don't think he beats out Ty next year. I think he's going to have a year to try to get acclimated, and then it very well could beat out anybody he wants to. I'd take Lambert Smith over Bernard. I don't even know who Lambert Smith is, to be honest with you. Is that an Auburn receiver? Thank you for sharing the live, Marta. Is that an Auburn receiver? I'm assuming it is. Is Campbell leaving for the draft? I think so. I think he's one of the few that actually he's had a really good season, man. We went to the West Virginia UCF game last Saturday. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Does anyone say anything about the defense shitting the bed consistently? Kia says anyone said anything about defense shitting the bed? No. I'll say the defense sucks right now, man. The defense is just not consistent whatsoever. There is no consistency, and if you can run the football, you will beat Alabama. And that's the one thing about Auburn fans, guys. 100%. If you're an Auburn fan, I'm gonna give you this. We can't stop the run, so as long as you stay consistent with that, you should be able to really have some success on us. I'm just hoping that Alabama's offense does just enough to win the game. So what do we need tomorrow? South Carolina win, a Vandy win would be cool. Miami lose. Yeah, we need all that. I mean, it's going to take a lot in front of us. I think like we're on the outside looking in, but if one team loses in front of us, one team, when I say lose, that's sitting there that can help us get that jump, then yeah, I think that could happen. I think people forget about Milrose criticized. I think people forget that the way Milrose criticized will be the same for the next QB. So that's okay. Milroe makes stupid decisions. He makes stupid decisions. I'm not talking about mistakes. Stupid decisions. He tries to do everything, and when he does that, he does it miserably. He does it miserably. He just fails so bad, so hard, and it's when he's overthinking this game of football is what he's doing. I don't think anyone could do what Milroe does that poorly. I just don't think Milroe can. Milroe does not. We need Milroe to go. We need Milroe to go. He's just not. He's not it. They don't know because we have a shit QB. What happened? I don't remember. Top 5 SEC wide receiver in every category. Yeah, okay, well, they don't know because we have a shit QB. Milroe can't throw and always keeps on. Yeah, Milroe, they put him in the, thank you for following, John. They put him in the RPO too much, and he often makes piss poor decisions. I mean, I'm not saying all the time. He has his moments, but so Christian says they don't know because we have a shit QB. Peyton Thorne is shit. If you're talking about Auburn, Peyton Thorne's shit. Do Bama have a chance? People said we have a shot. We have an outside shot, guys. We have an outside shot to make it. Is it likely that we're going to make it? No. Can we make it? Yes. Do we think we're going to go in there and do anything? I mean, you saw how Milroe played against Oklahoma. Thoughts on Cam Ward? Cam Ward is a phenomenal QB. I think Cam Ward is Miami's one bright spot. I really liked him last year at Washington State, and I think he is a very, very talented QB. And I'm going to be honest, he's good, dude. Cam Ward's good. Miami's biggest downfall is they have no defense, man. Bray Hubbard will be an all SEC caliber player next year. Yeah, I like Bray Hubbard, dude. I think he plays with a lot of intensity. He reminds me of Vinny Cincinnati, not just because he's white, but just that passion and that nose for the football. He just got that nose for the football, man. He's just always there. He reminds me of Vinny Cincinnati, though. I like Bray a lot. Yeah, hopefully, man. I hope Alabama can make some adjustments this offseason. I really do. What has to happen for Bama to get in? So a team in front of them's got to lose. So we need like SMU. It's still possible. It's just not probable, like we talked about. So let's see. Let's just look at I'll pull it up real quick. I'll show you what I'm thinking because it can happen. It's just, will it happen? So if Indiana were to lose magically, okay. So Clemson, if they get beat by South Carolina, obviously they're out, and you'd think, but are they going to jump South Carolina over Bama? I don't think so. I don't think just K-Law transfer probably. Vinny was a hustler. Yeah, interceptions. I want a gunslinger. Yeah, I do too. I want a gunslinger that can make plays with his arm. Not. I'll take some legs too, but I'm saying like, so Miami, if Miami were to get beat, for instance, that would obviously put their schedule's just terrible. So they would probably be out. If SMU loses, they're definitely out. Indiana loses, Tennessee loses. All these teams, if they lose, like if Georgia loses, they're out. I mean, so any of these teams just have to lose. That's what we need, and while not allowing anyone to jump over us, which is going to be the hard thing. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be a challenge, guys. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. Do you think Keelan starts next year? I don't think Keelan starts. I will say, Coach probably has a soft spot for him though, because that's his biggest recruit so far. So I do think he's got a shot. But I think it's ties to lose. Quarterback's one of those positions in college where if you have to play a freshman QB, you're probably not that good, man. Georgia's about to play right now. I think they start at kickoffs are at 6:30, so about 6:45 they'll kick off. But stop saying Tennessee. Stop saying Tennessee loses. I'm just saying if they were to lose. I'm not saying they're going to lose. So don't make no mistake. I picked Tennessee to beat Vandy. Let's see. The run is over. The run could be over. Keelan Russell's overrated. Deuce Knight is not better than Keelan Russell. Just stop, dude. Just stop. I've watched Deuce Knight. No. Keelan Russell plays against better competition right now. Better team, better program, better development. He won the Elite 11. Deuce Knight's good, but he's not better. He's not better. Come on, man. Come on. Stetson Bennett was the best walk-on ever. I mean, he was, dude. Baker Mayfield was also a walk-on. So that, another really good. KJ Lacey. I don't, he's good. He's top 5. I don't love him like I love Keelan. Deuce Knight had to move from Notre Dame because he wasn't going to play for 2 years. I mean, Deuce Knight just doesn't impress me though. He avoided my question. Yeah, they ain't. Go Dogs. What question? What question did I avoid? I don't know. What did I avoid? I'm sorry if I did. I didn't mean to. It wasn't intentional, buddy. But yeah, Alabama's biggest problem though this year has been the defensive play. Even though the defense hasn't been terrible, it's just I don't know what the question was. I apologize. Should I go back and look for it? Gianni, he avoided my question. Hook 'em horns. What question? I don't even know what y'all talking about. I thought Lane stole Deuce from Auburn. I don't think Lane stole him. I think Auburn's got him right now. I mean, he's going to go to Auburn, and like I said, I don't think he's going to have that much success there. That's my opinion, though. But we'll see what happens. Could be wrong, though. I just don't like Hugh Freeze, though. So, in your opinion, who is in the race for starting QB at Bama? He wanted to know if you think Bama will make the playoffs. No, I don't think Bama makes the playoffs. I've said that a bunch of times, though, guys. I don't think they deserve the playoffs. I don't think they make it. Let's see here. So, race for the QB. So, race for the QB is going to be Ty Simpson and probably Dylan Lonergan and Austin Mack. But I think Ty is definitely in the driver's seat. I think he's in the driver's seat. You said you read Deuce Knight to Ole Miss. I haven't seen that yet. He might. We'll check it real quick because that would be a huge turn of events. Huge turn of events if they were to steal him away. He's visiting. Deuce Knight is visiting. He's at Ole Miss for the Egg Bowl right now. So he just watched Ole Miss win. So it's probably not happened yet, but it could. Auburn's running back. Yeah. Okay. What was his name, Alan? What was his name? He was really good. He's really good. Rushed over 10,000 yards in high school. Yeah, they were trying to compare him to Derrick Henry, but he's not Derrick Henry. But I remember he is a very good one. Auburn going to cook you guys. They could, man. They could. They could certainly beat us. Lonergan may transfer. Kia said, yeah, I think Lonergan probably does transfer because I think Mac is just Mac has the intangibles, the size. Texas wins the netting, gets the number 1 class. They got a long way to go to get the number 1 class, so it's gonna be tough for them to do that, but it's possible though. Genty's more like Mark Ingram. I'd give Genty a Mark Ingram. He definitely carries that. Kerryon Johnson. I definitely think Genty is a very good talent. I think he'll do well in the NFL. Texas has no shot of winning the national championship. I don't want to say they don't have a shot. I think the Dogs do have the number 1 class, Shane. I think they'll lock that up for sure. I do think that. It would take a lot for Alabama to end up getting in. I don't think they'll get it. Just too much parity right now and too many people flipping because of money. So I don't think Bama will go. How far will Tennessee go? I think they get through the first round for sure. I think when we looked at it earlier this season, this week, and I think Tennessee was going to play Indiana or Notre Dame. I can't remember. Show me some love, bro. What you got, user? What do you want some love? I think Bama finished second or third in the recruiting rankings. I think Bama they'll be top 5 for sure, but depending on who closes with who. But not liking an NIL shaping up. NIL, Texas is the real UT. There'd be many people that would disagree with you, but in all honesty, like 100%. The Dogs have the number 1 class. Bama will definitely be top 5 depending on who we close with and who everyone else closes with. But I like Alabama's class. I do like Alabama's class. I like the O lineman we have. I like AK Deer. We got some very underrated wide receivers and some good defensive players. So I think we'll be good. I like our DBs a lot. Do you think Vandy will be able to maintain 6-win seasons going forward? That's gonna be tough. Tennessee is the real UT year. I think Vandy. I like what Clark's done there, so I'm gonna say they have a good shot to stay consistent. I will say that. Let's see here. I was talking about how far Tennessee goes. Tennessee is the real UT. Get real. So the UT. We talk about this all the time. This is the big thing. Tennessee will go pretty far. I think Tennessee wins their first game, and then it'll be up to them how well they'll play. Because obviously you're playing a lot of good talent, and that's the thing. No one's done this yet. No one has done bam, 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 top 10 team, bam, bam, bam. The only teams that have any experience doing that is SEC teams, and teams that have been in the playoffs here recently. Tennessee doesn't have that, so after they win their first round, it'll be tough to maintain that consistency. Is it possible? Absolutely, it is. Who Bama 4th, Ohio 3rd, Texas 2nd. Are you talking about recruiting rankings? Last time I looked, I didn't think we were that far. I thought we were 2nd still. Or are you talking about where we're going to finish? About where we're going to finish. However, it's the last thing. So we got more national titles. Y'all funny. Y'all are funny, man. Let's see here. Look at the recruiting rankings real quick because I thought Alabama was 2nd still. Yeah, Alabama's 2nd right now. Very, very good class with 4 or 5 stars. 22. So Georgia's done pretty much. They have 27, so they're pretty much done. Ohio State has 25. They're pretty much done. Texas has got maybe a little room for a little more. But if I want you to look at this: Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Texas, Auburn. There's Oregon, Michigan, Tennessee, Miami. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, 6 teams in the top 10 in recruiting rankings. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. SEC still holding the line there. We just don't have an offense. You're right. We'll get through the first round. You two lose after that. Yeah, I think their talent's there. How do you see Auburn getting better? Auburn could get better if they get the right QB in place. Their QB play has been atrocious. They're like Alabama, dude. They're hit or miss on the QB play, and Auburn's really struggled. To close out games. They've been in every game. That's why. I think Auburn will do well tomorrow because I think they're in every game. The problem is they just don't finish, so it's going to be hard for them. Let's see here. Parnell, you asked a good question. Podcast here, the Red or Twitch. So we stream on TikTok, Red, and Purple. The podcast will be live from all of those platforms, 8:30 Wednesday nights, 8:30 Saturday nights. It will be uploaded to Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. So you can find it there. You can follow. Thank you for following, Zach. We've got 20 episodes this season already, this college football season already. So we've got plenty out there, and it's just lot loaded and goaded. You go search for it in any of your podcast platforms. We talk about the same shit all the time. And like I said, it's just more chatting with you guys, giving like actual picks on who's going to win. Thank you for following, Jeremy. Thank you for following Tag Along. Let's see here. If Texas flips Oklahoma and Terry commits, they will finish no more. If you talking about Justice Terry, if you get him, yeah, obviously that would be a big splash there. Are you a Bama alumni? No, I'm not a Bama alumni. I wanted to go to Alabama, and out-of-state tuition was too much. But I've been a Bama fan since I was 5 years old. So let's see here. Auburn needs a coach. Auburn goes down to Alabama. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be if Alabama comes and plays football, we definitely have the talent to beat Auburn. My opinion is Tennessee could get their offense to clicking and the defense. Oh, the defense is definitely a dangerous defense. Sir, damn, Nate. Do you live in Alabama? No, do not live in Alabama. Live in Tennessee. Live in Tennessee, man. Give us some picks for tomorrow. Okay, what do you want to know? Notre Dame Rudy was offsides. Wow. I feel that. The out-of-state tuition is... So I got accepted to go to... Vanderbilt, but I couldn't afford it. And the out-of-state tuition, Hey, Boomer Sooner. Hey, congratulations, y'all. Y'all beat us. The out of state tuition, in all honesty, was as much to go to Alabama as it was for me to go to Vanderbilt. So you can imagine that's a little bit it's a little bit nuts there. So all right, we're gonna go over. So we're gonna talk about this. Georgia Tech about to beat Georgia. I don't know if they can beat Georgia, man. I don't know if they can do that or not, but we're gonna see what happens. But okay, so here we go. Let's looking at the list. So you know about all the teams that play today. Ohio State, I think, handles Michigan thoroughly. Yeah, Vanderbilt for the education. That's what I was looking at. I was looking at going pre-law at Vanderbilt. It just didn't work out, and I couldn't afford it. So obviously here I am talking to you guys. I'm not no lawyer. Lonesome Dove tonight. They might join up. They're just all they're kind of doing their own thing, family stuff, hanging out. They've been in the chat here and there, but it's okay. Like I said, I just felt like getting on here and shooting the shit with some people. My family's kind of sick, so I'm just trying to give them some space. And is there anywhere to go snowboard in Tennessee like in Colorado? I not like Colorado, brother. Not like Colorado. How do we fix the scheme or lack of defense? Honestly, Kias, it'd probably take a complete overhaul. So I think Tennessee does handle Vanderbilt. I've got South Carolina upsetting Clemson. I wouldn't call that an upset. I think they're both right there. I would say you don't like Colorado. Oh, I like Colorado. I think Colorado's a beautiful place. I don't live there, so Virginia. We're in the middle Tennessee. Let's see here. Illinois. I've got Illinois beating Northwestern, but I got South Carolina beating Clemson. And I think their defensive line and their rushing game is what. The team. I think that they're their rushing game, and I think they're enough to beat Clemson there. I like Colorado. Dion has done a great job there. He's really got them to another level of football, and I'm very happy for them. They've done a wonderful job. But it's going to take a lot for them to get in the playoffs, and I think they would get destroyed. Thank you for following, Melissa. I think they'd get destroyed if they went in there and played. Like I said, they have the Big 12 sucks. The Big 12 has no good teams anymore. There's nobody good in the Big 12. It's a bunch of mediocre teams playing a bunch of mediocre teams. They might as well be the Mountain West. Dylan Stewart needs to transfer South. Yeah, Dylan Stewart's freaking awesome. Thank you for following, Nate. Appreciate you. So anyway, Illinois over Northwestern. I got them tomorrow. Looking at it, let's see if there's any more big games here. Cal at SMU. I think SMU handles theirs. I wish Cal would win and get SMU out of it. But thank you for sharing the live, Spencer. Appreciate you, bro. Hunter got robbed of the Thorpe. Yeah, I don't understand how he didn't win the Thorpe. I don't understand how Thank you for Nate for the GGs. I don't understand how Hunter didn't get the Thorpe. Hunter's probably going to win the Heisman and not even be in the running for the Thorpe Award. That makes no sense. I hate the SEC is full of juggernaut teams. That's the SEC, man. That's just the way it is. Like I said, iron sharpens iron, guys. We'll get better, and then we're going to get to the playoffs, and you're going to see a true LSU versus Oklahoma. So it's at Oklahoma, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think LSU does. Thank you for sharing, Spencer. I think LSU does enough, and they beat them. I think they get back on track and they beat Oklahoma. That's my opinion, though. Notre Dame beats USC. Maryland's going to get handled by Penn State. Penn State at home is going to be too much. Miami at Syracuse. I wish I could say Syracuse, but I got Miami winning that one. I hate it, but I got them winning. Arizona State, I think, beats Arizona. I'm very impressed with Arizona State, to be honest with you. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with him. Arkansas at Missouri. Missouri is one of those teams that's ranked that I don't know how they're fucking ranked, I'll be honest with you. I'm rooting for Oregon to win it all, but I'll watch them lose tomorrow. Jordan says they did him wrong for so long. Jordan, how'd they do Martin wrong? I mean, hell, he couldn't even fucking pass the test without having people help him cheat. From a Vols fan, you're actually a good man. Thank you. We do the podcast with two Vols fans. The guy in the chat named Jordan, he's one of the guys that comes on here and does the podcast. He's a Tennessee fan, and then there's another guy. So we actually have two Tennessee fans on our panel. So we're pretty open and tolerant with each other. We don't beat each other up too bad. Let's see here. Missouri is a team. Arkansas could beat Missouri. I picked Missouri, but I think Arkansas could definitely beat them. Missouri is like one of those teams it's there, but they suck. If Indiana doesn't absolutely curb stomp Purdue, there's something wrong. Oregon's going to beat Washington. Texas will beat Texas A&M, I think. I've got Iowa State winning. Iowa State's another one of them train wrecks of a fucking team. I don't know. UNLV will probably win that, and then BYU will probably beat Houston. So I mean, it's kind of cut and dry, kind of simple. Not much really. Not a lot of chaos. I don't see it happening. A lot of chaos tomorrow, but Do you think you'll go to the game when Alabama makes? They won't make the Music City Bowl. They'll be above that. They'll be above that. There's no getting around that. They'll be above the Music City Bowl. Vanderbilt take down Tennessee? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. What fan base can you not stand being around? Tennessee fans. Tennessee fans. This is the first year, and let's say probably I don't know, probably since 2005, where Tennessee fans are always like, "Oh, we're back." It's the first year they can actually say they're back and be back. But Tennessee fans they're very whiny. But so right now, South Carolina fans, everybody has their niche. But yeah, I coexist well. A&M over Texas? I don't think so, Hunter. I don't think so. I've always said that Tennessee fans are the worst. They are. You're in Tennessee Nation. I'm close to you. Yeah, they are. They're bad. They're very emotional. But there's nothing wrong with that, man. They're a good fan base. They support their team through thick and thin, just like we all do. So I ain't mad at them. I go to Auburn, and Auburn fans are just grateful. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a South Carolina state line. I'm on Georgia South Carolina state line. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Not emotional, just passionate. It depends on which Tennessee fan you're talking about, Colin. There are some definite. I've seen some shit. Thank you for following, Elgin. We appreciate you for being here. Appreciate it. Like I said, we do this every Saturday night. We'll be doing it tomorrow. There'll be four of us at least tomorrow night. There'll be four of us. And we will be doing the same exact thing with you guys, except we'll have two Tennessee fans, a Georgia fan, and me, and hopefully another Bama fan. And if all five of us on here, we get some real good conversations for going. I'm a Georgia fan, but Tennessee fans are bad. They are, dude. They're kind of weird. Yeah, like poison in a tree. Hey, man, one guy does not make a fan base. You got to just be honest. Be honest there. Thing is, Bama's always been very good. So when you win, you have class. Falls on the. So yeah, that's the thing. Is Alabama? We don't storm the field. Don't have to storm the field. We don't have to do those little shenanigans. We don't have to wear fucking dark jerseys to try to get people excited. We don't have to do all that. We're Alabama. Brian, did you ever live in Alabama? No, I did not. I lived closer to Alabama state line than I did Knoxville, though. So not always been great. So when we show it a little. Florida State fans are pretty bad too, man. I'll be honest with you. You see a lot of bandwagon UT fans. Okay, let's just be honest. There's bandwagon fans on everyone. Everyone jumps on winners, man. Everybody just jumps on winners. It's just what happens. It's just what happens. Don't hate on the Black House. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying we just don't do that. Alabama, thank you for following, Polly. We just don't do that at Alabama. We just don't do it. We don't storm the field. We just don't do those things. That's nothing wrong with it if you do. I'm not sleeping on Auburn. I've actually said Auburn has a good shot to win. Like I said, especially if Bama doesn't do what's necessary. A3 on the purple says, how's the stream? And it's been good, man. It's been good. How is and Kia said, how is Joey, Tony, and Jordan? They're good. They're hanging out. They're enjoying family time. Riddle thinks he's about to watch this Georgia game. Jordan's in the chat right now, so you can talk to him, Kia, so I can kind of relay. Jordan's in the chat. Tony was in here earlier. Like I said, they might get on, they may not. Go Vols, go. Hey, man, here's the thing. I'm an SEC fan first, so I want the SEC to win. So make no mistake about it. I want the SEC to win. So if Alabama can't win, I need the SEC to win. Best thing out of Alabama is Jimmy Buffett and all the national titles, though. Got to call it what it is. I went to high school with a guy that repped a new team every year. UT and Bama were never one of them. Yeah, well, one more thing. Coming from a Tennessee fan, though, through and through, we're going to lose to Vandy. You think you're going to lose to Vandy? I don't think so. Auburn's O is a lot better than OU's. Upset alert. But your defense is not. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide, Bama. Roll Tide. Let's see here. If Bama is not in, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm throwing up the horns. Oh gosh, that'd be tough. Roll Tide. Thank you for following Bama Buck. Thank you for sharing the live, Spencer. We appreciate you. I'm ready for this weekend. I am too, man. We got a good game right now. We got Georgia Tech at Georgia. I think Georgia handles Georgia Tech. I think it's not close. Roll Tide, roll. Elephant stomps on tigers. User, thank you for following. Colin, thank you for following, guys. Like I said, we do this podcast every Wednesday and Saturday night. We'll have a panel of 4 or 5 of us, and we will get on here and do the exact same thing that we're doing right now, except there'll be more of us with different perspectives and different points of view. We do have Tennessee fans, though, that'll be on this panel, and obviously they'll be able to give you a little bit more of a Tennessee perspective. But Jordan is actually in the chat. He's one of them. He's one of the guys that's a part of Ohio State's win the Natty. Ohio State has as good a shot as anybody to win the national title. They really do. They really do, guys. They have as good a shot as anybody to win a national title, and it's certainly possible. So I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it at all. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So let's see here. Best shot for Notre Dame in a while. Notre Dame has a freaking fighter's chance, a puncher's chance. Colin said, "Get your ass on here, Jordan." He's ready to hear from the Tennessee boys. Notre Dame has a good defense, man. I just they're one of those teams, man. I just don't know. I just don't like them. Don't like them. Roll Tide user, thanks, man. Who you got? Texas A&M or you Texas? I got Texas. Thank you for following, Scott. Appreciate you, bro. OU's rush defense is second in the nation, adjusted by opponent. Auburn is 7. Okay, let's see here. DeBoer to North Carolina. Yeah, but Jordan, we're not gonna run the fucking football. I mean, man, we suck. The only runs will be the broken down runs from Milroe, which I don't really call that going in the run stat. I know it does, but basically it's a busted play. Milroe, it's all going to depend on Milroe, though. All right, got my anniversary on Monday, so hanging out before the chaos of the game tomorrow, and then the whole thing. Yeah. What do you think about this weekend? What do you think? I don't know, man. I'm nervous about Alabama this weekend. As a Bama fan, I'm pulling for UJ to win the night. Okay, I mean, if Bama can't win, I hope an SEC team does. Roll Tide. Thank you. Roll Tide, brother. Fair enough. Riley Leonard will decide how they do in the playoffs. Well, man, Notre Dame, Purnell, thank you for sharing. Riley Leonard, Notre Dame's exactly like Bama. Notre Dame's just got a better defense. I mean, if Jalen Milroe comes and plays football, we actually win. When he plays like shit, like he did against Oklahoma, and when I say he played like shit, when you look right at a defender and throw the ball right to him, you're looking at the guy. I mean, the defender didn't even expect the ball to go. He goes, "Nobody's this fucking stupid," and he threw it right at him anyway. I mean, that's just kind of what happens. I mean, that's Milroe being Milroe. That's exactly Dr. Jackal, Mr. Hyde, dude. Let's go Georgia Tech. Aid said, Bama sneaks in and wins out. Oh, we can only hope, man. On the purple, A3 says, I think Haynes will get some touches. I think so. I feel like games I'm nervous for performing. Yeah. I'm nervous I want to get to 10 wins. I don't care about the playoffs and all that stuff. Obviously, I'd like to be in the playoffs, but I want to get to 10 wins this season. I think that'd be a good way to start the DeBoer era. I wasn't nervous about Vandy, Tennessee, and Oklahoma. Yeah, me either. Hopefully the team's hyped up and ready for this. Rec Tech. Yeah, Rec Tech, man. Milroe needs to come out and ball. So Milroe, he better come out and do something, because if not, he is not going to be on an NFL team. A3, happy anniversary, man. Gamecocks take the W. I do have the Gamecocks beating Clemson tomorrow. For some reason, I got a feeling. That's what Peyton Thorne did all year. He looks at defense, throws it right to him. Yeah, I mean, 100%. That's what Milroe does too. Oh my God, we got a breakaway. Georgia Tech's down to the 30-yard line. First play. Oh my God, he got wrapped up. Or no, they failed to wrap him up. Oh my God, big play right off the rip for Georgia Tech, dude. Down to the 30-yard line. I know and believe Georgia Tech will win tonight. I guarantee you that. Hey man, if they do, that will be pure chaos. 100%. Who they playing? Georgia Tech's playing Georgia right now. Georgia Tech is playing Georgia right now. So this is a huge game, implications for playoff for at least Georgia. So I think Georgia's going to win. Make no mistake about that. But it's definitely not the way I anticipate it going. But again, it's just one play. One play, guys. One play doesn't make anything. Yeah. Kia says, I've been nervous about all the games. Yeah, I mean, most of us have, Kia, and that's just because we don't have consistent play. When you're inconsistent, you're nervous about games because, like I said, we're inconsistent. Georgia Tech's 7-4 though. I'm going to the shooting range before the game just to be relaxed for. That'll be fun. Oh hell yeah, here we go. Let's see. I mean, like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, if you haven't already liked and followed, please do. This podcast. Oh, that's a big catch. Did he catch it? Did he stay in bounds? Oh, out of bounds. Oh, Is Clemson Carolina still noon? I think it's one of the early games. Let me make sure for you. Yeah, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Thank you for following, A-Dog. Appreciate you. I think we'll beat Auburn. We're playing in T-Town. That's the only – thank you for following, Beverly. That's the only reason why I've got Alabama winning this game is oh, yeah, he was out. Oh, man, just barely. He was out. If Georgia loses, that will help out Alabama. It will help out. It will help them out. Yes, this game has been messed up. Any team can win at any time. Yeah, the Auburn game is definitely very tough. Tennessee will win tomorrow. Yeah, I have no doubt Tennessee beats Vanderbilt. I have no doubt on that. But I will say that this. The Alabama Auburn game is going to be a fight. But I have Haynes King first down, Georgia Tech. That was a good play. They blitzed and I say this all the time for Alabama fans, and most people are like, and anybody that knows football, Jordan, I know you know. But when someone blitzes, when they blitz more than 4, there's somebody out there that's wide open. And on this play, Haynes King found that guy. He looked where the blitz came from, and there was a wide open receiver, and he got the first down. Good for him. Milroe cannot do that. Milroe just can't do it. Are you interested in joining a sports podcast network that I own? We love your content. A sports podcast network, huh? You have a sports podcast network. You could DM me the details. We will definitely look it over, brother. We just, like I said, Jordan in the chat is one of my guys. But yeah, hey, shoot me over your information. We'll see what you got. My stuff is loading. I'm trying to watch along with. Hey, yeah, come on, A3, let's go. Vandy wins, and the Vandy loss for us isn't bad. If Vandy wins, yes. If the Vandy wins, definitely that does help our cause a lot. But yeah, but Derek, yeah, if you're interested, you can shoot me over some shit. We'll look it over. Vol stormed the field in 22, rightfully so. But I think storming the field we all thought it was stupid. Even Tennessee fans that are in this chat, they thought it was stupid. But who's your lock on the first round college football playoff exits? I've got Indiana and Boise State both getting defeated and losing out. That's probably as solid a pick as I have. Both those teams will get embarrassed in their first round. What's Oklahoma up against? Anything? They're up against LSU this week. Like I said, LSU is trying to right their ship just like Oklahoma's trying to kind of, finish out strong. Notre Dame is a first rounder. They're going to play in the first round. It depends on the matchup for Notre Dame, though. It depends on the matchup for Notre Dame, who they play first. God bless and go Dogs. Yeah, I'm watching it right now, brother. Hopefully, like I said, if Alabama can't win it, I could root for Georgia. Keeping Penn State in is crazy at this side. I'm sorry. Well, Penn State just depends on who they play. You know what I mean? It's all about the matchup, guys. It's all about college football. It's just like anything else. It's about matchups. Just about matchups, guys. And who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Thoughts on Ohio State? Ohio State has the best team money can buy. They did exactly what they needed to. They went out in the offseason and got the players they needed to. They did lose by 1 point to Oregon. They've looked mediocre at times. They've looked dominant at times. I don't think they have that splashy offense that we're used to seeing, but I think they play good defense, and they have a really sound, scheme. But them having O-linemen that are hurt definitely has hurt them a little bit. But at the end of the day, I mean, they still showed up and they're doing what's necessary and they win. Roll Tide, win or lose. Yeah, it's always going to be Bama first, man. Bama forever, dude. We're never going to give up on Alabama. We're Bama fans. That's what we do, man. But the thing is this year has been rough for us. The transition has been rough. I think we had high expectations, and obviously we've come up a little short. Boomer Sooner got us this year. They got us this year, man. I have nothing else to say on that. I wish we did more. I wish we could do more, but it's unfortunate that it's my personal account, 10 followers, and I'll jump on for a little bit. Yeah, if you guys can, go follow Jordan, buddy. If you want to get some more people in here, go follow at Jordan Elkins too. That's his account. He is one of the panel hosts. He'll bring some Tennessee love to the chat. So I don't know if Bama deserves to be in, but at the same time, if we do, the amount of B's we're going to hear is, oh yeah, we're here people. Oh, thank you for gifting A3. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the sub, man. Thank you for the sub. Let's see here. I'm not above begging. Jordan said he's not above. Hey, y'all go follow Jordan on TikTok. Go follow him for me at Jordan Elkins too. Like I said, we'll try to get him in here and see what he can do. We'll get him in here and we can shoot the shit for a little bit. We'll get some more people in here. We'll start shooting the shit. But thank you A3 for the sub. And like I said, yeah, 10 followers for Jordan. And I'll hop on for a minute. Get Jordan some followers, man. Let's just get Jordan some followers. If we can get Jordan some followers, I think he will definitely He'll definitely come on and he'll show up. See if we can get Jordan some followers. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Tim. Wonder why Dabo didn't go for a big NFL championship. He must be satisfied. Yeah, I mean, some people. We got to be honest with ourselves. Some people are not NFL head coaches. Dabo is at a good spot. He. I mean, at this point, like I said, I think he's okay. I mean, he's whether we want to agree with it or not. He's still in the running for the playoffs this year. It's his to lose, but I think he's in a good spot, and I think he knows that. I think he's seen way too much parity for people trying to make that big leap, and I think he's just gonna. I think he's one of those people that's going to be satisfied and be thankful for what he's got. He's one of the top paid coaches in college football, and good for him. Let's see here. How do we feel about Sanders? So we talking about Deion as are we talking about Deion? Or are we talking about Shedeur? What are we talking about when you say how we feel about him? You got to play some ball tomorrow if we're going to win. We need to win. Like I said, that's first and foremost. Alabama needs to win just to ensure that we get the playoff. I mean, not the playoff. Sure, we get to 10 wins. That's what I care more about, getting to 10 wins on our first season under DeBoer. If we don't win the playoff, it is what it is. I think Deion has done a fantastic job at Colorado, considering where they come from. Haynes King, piss poor tackling on Georgia. That was a face mask, but piss poor tackling on Georgia, but they got him eventually. But yeah, I had to hard take, but I think Travis got the Heisman. Yeah, he's got the Heisman. Travis Hunter's got the Heisman. I think Deion's done a hell of a job. Colorado is, I mean, like I said, they're playing in a shit league, and I'm one of the minority, but I don't think Colorado deserves I don't think the Big 12 deserves an at-large bid anymore. I think they're just a bunch of shitty teams playing a bunch of shitty teams. Kind of like the Mountain West to me, but essentially somebody's going to get an at-large bid from that group. And then obviously Colorado is still in the running. Like I think Riddle told me earlier that you got to have 2 of the 3 teams up in front of them lose, and Colorado can make the Big 12 championship, maybe make the playoffs. So it'd be interesting. I think DeBoer going crazy for this game tomorrow. I hope so. I hope he's going nuts. I hope the team fucking is going nuts, because DeBoer can be as passionate and as ready as anybody, but if the team ain't ready, that's going to – as a Texas Tech guy, that hurts. I'm just saying, Rico, when you lost Texas Oklahoma, you lost a lot of that brand. The Big 12 has no branding now. It has nobody, like it's just kind of out there. It stinks, but they just kind of – there's no – I mean, you're a bunch of mediocre teams. There's no top teams. There's no top-tier teams. Two of BYU, Iowa State, and Arizona State have to lose for Colorado to get to the Big 12. So Riddle coming up big right there and letting you know that it's a lot. It's going to be a lot for them to do that. So let's see here. What's happening? Georgia Tech took the 3-0 lead. Oh, boy. First drive, let's see. We've had some people come in here talking a lot of mess about this Georgia game. So what happens if Georgia loses tonight? Okay, so Georgia is already in the SEC title game. So the irony of this is Georgia can still, even if they lose tonight, they still control their destiny to the playoff, because if they win the SEC title game, they're in. So it's a no-brainer. You can't say Boise State is better than any Big 12 is all I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, I mean, is Boise State, do I think they would go into the Big 12 right now and compete with the team they have this year? I think they would be competitive. I don't say they'd win it, but I think they'd be competitive. But they're a 3-loss team. They are a 3-loss team, but like I said, if you win the SEC championship, it's an automatic bid. So they could be out, though. To answer your question, they could be out if they were to fail to win the SEC championship, because then that would be 4 losses and they'd be sitting there. So yes, this is very much a must-win game for Georgia. They do not want to lose this game, because I think they're in the playoffs no matter what happens to the SEC title game if they win tonight. Yeah, if Georgia lose, they'll still be in it. I mean, they'll still have a shot at it. They're not going to guarantee, but yeah, I mean, all this stuff's subjective, guys. It is what it is. Not trying to, like I said, I'm very happy with some of these teams and the way they've kind of showed up this year and played. There's been some really good teams that kind of snuck around. Alabama's not one of them. Alabama's had a really, really rough year. As a Texas Tech guy, gig 'em. Gig 'em. Let's see here. Can Bama make the playoffs? It's possible for Bama to make the playoffs. It's not probable. They would have to have quite a bit of upsets to make the playoffs. So It's possible, though. I don't want to sit there and rule out anything that's still on the table. It is possible, but it's just not probable. They need some teams in front of them to lose. That's just as simple as that. SMU losing, Tennessee losing, any of these things. Riddle says it's going to be one of those games. Beck is off early. He said Beck's struggling a little bit. Holy shit! Wow. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Riddle does look like it's going to be. Bama would be a useless slot. I mean, right now, Bama would be Bama's not going to be. It just depends on who Bama plays. Bama could go. They could go beat the hell out of Indiana. They could go. I mean, but Carolina, if they whoop Clemson, Carolina, in order to jump out, Alabama's got to win. So let's just call that what it is. A Bama loss would really help South Carolina. A Bama loss would really help South Carolina. But if Bama wins, South Carolina would have to jump Ole Miss and Bama to make the playoffs. I don't see that happening, but I do think if they beat them by a significant amount, it's possible. Beamer is focused this year. He lost some games he shouldn't have. What does Tennessee do? What does Tennessee need to host if we beat Vandy first? You got to beat Vandy, and then hopefully there's just an upset somewhere. Maybe you get to host a game. Maybe you get to host it. Thoughts on Ron Williams and his destiny at Alabama boy? I love him. Watched him since he was in high school. He's not going to transfer. He's making so much money. I've heard I heard he's making about $2.5 million right now is what he has on the line. That's a lot of money for somebody his age. But someone said it was as much as $3 million, so he may have gotten some more. He may have gotten some more push there. I'll see. Sounds like we got somebody in here. Jordan's in here. We got a Tennessee fan in here, boys. Tennessee fan in here. What's up, Jordan?
What's up?
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Got you good. Loud and clear.
I'm trying to stay mic out, so
yeah. See here. Oh, you get you one?
yeah, finally them.
Yeah. Bama's not beating Indiana at home. They got to score more than 3 against Oklahoma. That's the thing, man. It depends on which Alabama team shows up.
There's my little buddy.
You've got more confidence in Indiana than I do. Here we go. Yeah, that starting to load her up, boys.
Therapy time. Rambling Wreck's off to a good start.
The Rambling Wreck. Oh man, you watching the Georgia game? Yeah, I'm watching it right now. And then obviously the Georgia fan just showed up. He's probably got some words to say. I didn't read fully, but I heard.
I can tell by his face he does.
This Georgia game is comical, but I say Texas, Ohio State, SMU, Notre Dame lose because they always choke. Colin said, "All hell, not a Georgia fan." Colin was the one calling for you, Jordan. He was calling for you. He said, "We need a Tennessee guy in here."
Oh, hey, he gave me a follow too. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I think it's bullshit. You got to have 1,000 followers on TikTok to do a live.
Yeah,
it's mainly because I work a different schedule than all 3 of these. Like Jeff and Tony are on. If I'm off work, they're at work.
Yeah,
and then if it's during banker's hours, Brandon's at work. So
yeah,
it'd be nice if I could go live just on a Wednesday afternoon to bullshit while everybody else is at work. Just
shoot the shit.
Yeah, but
let's see here. What do you think the score is going to be tomorrow? I said 28-24 Bama because we're at home. Rico said, "Go Vols." There's your Vols fan, Rico. Man. He's here. Matchup preview by College Football Graphs has Indiana beating Bama by 52%. Low faith in Indy, less than Bama. I don't know.
No, Indy won't beat Alabama.
Roll Tide, brother. Let's see here. Georgia is overrated from Alex Davis. Oh my God. Cold ain't gonna do it. Everybody keeps saying stuff about the cold. I don't know why they act like it doesn't get cold in Alabama or Tennessee. I don't understand. I don't understand it. It's not basketball.
I mean, it's cold right now.
I know, yeah.
When I leave for work in the morning, it's going to be 20. So, yeah, it's cold down here.
It's 32 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it would rain, it would snow.
Let's see here. On the purple for the Vols fan, what are you gonna do after Sampson leaves?
I mean, next man up. Peyton Lewis is looking like an absolute hammer back there.
Yeah, big play.
Yeah, big play. And then
the guy talking about Indiana beat. I mean, This is top defenses. It's just power forward, and it's opponent adjusted per play. I mean, Alabama ranks number 11 in the country in defense. It may not look like it at times, but that's what the numbers are going to tell you. Indiana at 14, but Indiana's been untested. I mean, they played one team in Ohio State that absolutely just had their way with them.
Got destroyed. Now, Ohio State's better than Alabama, too, so I will acknowledge that.
Oh, absolutely.
But people saying it's cold, come to the South Bend. Yeah, I mean, my point is everyone's acting like the cold is something that all these players are not used to. Everybody's playing the cold at some point.
It's 9 degrees colder in South Bend than it is here.
I was just fixing to look that up.
I mean, we're not trying to compare.
I don't think I've got a nor'easter blowing through or nothing. So
we're not trying to compare cold climates here. We're just saying that it gets cold here too. People say it's cold. Yeah, I do agree. Like the lake effect is a real thing. Like, some of these teams like Buffalo and 100%. But damn, this running back for Georgia Tech. Oh my God, dude. He's running like a madman.
Well, I mean, that's one of Georgia's biggest flaws is their run defense. I mean, look what Max did so much. This is Georgia Tech's Super Bowl. I mean, they're going to play inspired in this game.
100%. Well,
and Georgia has a bad case of coming out this year super flat, and this is not the kind of game you want to do that. That's why I said I think Georgia wins this game, but they don't cover the spread.
It's amazing.
So A3 said
Russian defense, and I mean top in power forward adjusted per play by opponent. Georgia ranks out at 10th.
So A3 said, I'm not kidding when I say this. Y'all need to have more people watching y'all. Y'all are funny. Y'all know what you guys are talking about, and you're so entertaining. Thank you, A3. That's what we shoot for.
Thanks, man. I mean, we've been talking like this just amongst us four for 5 years now.
Yeah. Let's see here. Who is the better conference, SEC or Big Ten? Top 8 teams in the SEC are way better than the Big Ten. You're not going to get any argument from us. We're all SEC guys. So,
who is Alex Davis a Bama fan?
Alex Davis. I don't see him.
It's obvious he's a Georgia hater, but he ain't said nothing about who he pulls for.
Alex, Georgia's not making the playoffs yet. Alex, he's a Buckeye Nation.
Nice.
He's probably in. I'm
$20 million man.
Yeah, Colin. You didn't miss much.
$20 million hope.
Didn't miss
their
much.
Their best win was Penn State.
Yeah, he said, "I'm not a hater. I'm just stating facts."
Dusty lines.
Oh man. Like I said, Georgia controls their own destiny. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I heard you say it earlier before I hopped on, Brandon. The funny thing is, Georgia could lose this game and still make the playoffs. So
yeah, 100%. They control their own destiny with the playoffs. I mean, they win the SEC title game, they're in. We already know it's the Ohio State fans watching the game, and I'm calling what I see. A3 said,
I'm not watching Alex, but from what I'm hearing, it's not looking good for the Dogs right now. I mean, I'm with Jeff. I think Georgia at the end of this game, Georgia Tech may get a lead, maybe up at the half. I don't know.
Georgia Tech just went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. So
that's taking the nuts.
And they went on it. They went on it on the 24 of Georgia. So
yeah.
So take the point there, man. When you're trying to pull an upset, you take the points.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Unless you just have no faith in your kicker.
Yeah. So Alex, you might be right in that aspect. You might be right. I don't know that to be certain. But basically, if Georgia wins the SEC, it'll just be where they're ranked total overall to determine whether they get a bye or not.
Well, if Boise wins, so the problem is the top 5 conference champions get in. The highest ranked. Tulane lost. That knocks them out. The Big 12's highest ranked team is I think 17th, or where are they at?
Arizona State, 17, 16.
16th.
Somewhere around in there.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia could lose this game and still get a first-round bye because the Big 12 is going to get in with Tulane's loss now. Yeah. And they'll take the 5th or the Next highest ranked. They'll be the 12th seed with the 5th best conference.
He said I got him in 2 of my parlays.
All right, so A3 on the purple said y'all match my kind of people just so I can keep watching. Appreciate you there again. Like I said, and he said Georgia will keep it close, probably win, but it's close still. Good look for my Irish. Vandy versus UT. I think we all took UT in that game, just defense alone. Then who do you think wins this Texas game? I got Texas beating A&M.
I think we were split on this the Texas A&M game.
I do think so.
I know
too.
I took A&M.
I took A&M, I believe. Double check, but I mean, that game, that's a different rivalry in College Station than if it's in Austin.
Yeah,
Georgia Texas has dominated that rivalry in Austin, but it's Texas has a 2-game lead in College Station. So even in the Big 12, those years A&M wasn't very good. They still got up for Texas in A&M.
Yeah, that was a good throw too. Put it right where his guy had to have it. Jordan, you took A&M in that game. I took A&M. So. Tony, Brandon, and Chris took Texas.
So
sorry, Brandon and Chris, y'all got the curse apart on you.
User said, Texas Aggie fan here. Love what you boys are doing. Thank you, User. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man.
Make sure you go follow.
Tony says, yeah, Texas is getting their first ranked win.
Yeah, Texas getting there.
So here's the thing, Tony, and this is the funny part about that. If A&M loses that game, they will no longer be ranked, and Texas will still not have a ranked win.
Damn. Texas has no ranked wins.
That week, not the rankings when you beat them. Because if it's when you beat them, I mean, we thumped Oklahoma when they were good. Yeah. When they were perceived to be good.
When they were
good. NC State when they were perceived to be. NC State was everybody's dark horse coming into the year, and now everybody's like, "Oh, that's not a good win." I mean, it's not. They're not good, but
no.
I mean, we win that game. What was it, 51-10? And at that time, they're like a top 15 team, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
I can't remember exactly, but I mean,
that just shows you.
We saw they were exposed.
The initial preseason rankings really don't mean shit. People are just they're throwing shots in the dark. They're throwing shit at a wall and see what sticks. I mean, basically, we saw that. Let's see here.
Well, I like the rankings period because it, in my opinion, it gives some accountability. You'll see people say, "Oh, we shouldn't do rankings till 7 weeks in." No, because then it lets your playoff committee do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And expect you to buy it. I mean, I think rankings are a good thing. I mean, but you got to remember, it's just somebody's opinion or the coaches poll. It's a collective of opinions. Same with the AP. But I think there's a place for it just to hold some accountability. Because I know Jeff's ranted a few times about the playoff committee's rankings, and I would have ranted, but he beat me to it. I mean, it's just.
I want to cut in real quick. Beverly asked a question. She said, is Ohio State doing anything? Based off of Alex Davis running his mouth in the chat tonight, I'm going to hope they get beat by 40 by Oregon in the Big Ten championship game. But no, Wednesday night I said that if I had to pick somebody.
Nice, Colin.
It's Ohio State is who I would pick to win the national championship. I think they've got the best roster top to bottom in the nation.
I can't disagree with you. I mean, they get the best roster money can buy.
Yeah,
and two of the best running backs in the nation, and that's a key. When you can run the ball and control the clock, you can control a game.
Isn't that one kid I asked? I don't think anybody responded to that.
No, Alex,
one kid from
Alex. It's all love. I promise you, the trash talking I get from these guys is far worse than anything anybody can say in this chat. One of our panelists threatened to punch me in the face when Georgia beat Alabama in the national championship game. So.
True story, it happened.
Kia said, how crazy would it be if Georgia lost this game but won against Texas? That would be pretty crazy. That would be
pretty.
That'd be chaos.
Pretty hard for the course
this year.
Hard for the course for this season.
It would sum up this year.
It would sum it up. Let's see here.
I mean, this year hasn't. Personally, this year hasn't been quite as crazy as 2007. If y'all remember that year, the number 2 team lost for like 7 consecutive weeks.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Florida was number 2 at one point. But it hadn't been quite that crazy. But it's been in the neighborhood. It's had its chances. It just hadn't pulled through.
Texas or Texas A&M. We're kind of split on that, Jake. I have Texas. These two got Texas A&M.
And this is for Alex in the chat. Just want to go back to this. I think on a neutral field, Ohio State wins comfortably against Oregon. So,
Big Ten title game. The look-ahead line right now is Ohio State -3.5 in Indianapolis.
Yeah, they'll cover that.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State, like Jordan said, best team money can buy. They've got a really solid team, and they're going
Football
to
was
just
good when South Florida's number 2.
they're going to do just enough.
It was a fun year, man. It was a fun year.
Brian Day has little man syndrome. He can't win the big games.
I was about to reply to that too, Christina. I can promise you,
Little man syndrome.
He'll break the streak against Michigan this year. Take that to the bank.
Oh yeah.
If he doesn't, he's unemployed, and this conversation doesn't matter.
Facts.
Most Texans refer to the Longhorns as steers. We never. I'm sure it's. We never say Texas. Okay. All right. Oh man.
Hey, we don't fucking call them UT either. They're Texas or Tex or Steers or horns down. I mean, there's one UT, and if it wasn't for us, they'd call them the University of Tejas.
Tejas. Tejas, my last 3 brain cells. Oh my God. Remember my name, respect. Oh man, let's see here. Facts. The University of Tejas. All right, Tony over there bringing in some. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but
where is he at?
I don't know.
Apparently, he was throwing dice here recently and got his butt kicked by his wife.
What's that? Oh damn, that was
going deep.
He had a step on him. If he throws
that,
yeah.
Colin, I don't know. There. I don't know that Texas is a better team with Manning on the field. Will Manning be better than Ewers? It's possible. Probable maybe. But right now, he's not. Let's face it, he's a freshman. He's not seen the things that Ewers has seen as far as when it comes to playing big games. I would be hesitant to trust him unless they just had to throw him in there. And then you just, baptism by fire and hope for the best.
This is a question we can all take turns answering. Just a dot on the name. It says, why do you think this season is so weird? The 12-team playoff, ? No SEC divisions. Now, my reason I think it's so weird is the parity throughout college football. Ohio State, I mean, all year we've had a team that's looked like the best team in the nation and then immediately went out there and looked just like everybody else at some point or another. Yeah. Like I said, I think Ohio State's the favorite right now, but the parity and the fact that I feel like literally any team in the nation could go out there any Saturday and lose.
Absolutely. I mean, Oregon, beat Ohio State. Of course, it was at Autzen, part of the zoo. And then come out, a month later and damn near lost to Wisconsin in Camp Randall.
Yeah.
Who got throttled by the Golden Gophers today. I mean, and Wisconsin had to have that win today to make a bowl game and just flat out didn't show up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to show up at all, you think to get one more game this year in, that would be the time. But look at Notre Dame. Notre Dame has looked pretty good down the stretch, but it's hard to ignore that September loss to Northern Illinois. That's in my opinion, that's kind of where the weirdness comes from. The SEC divisions don't necessarily bother me. Honestly, you look back at when the West was so dominant. Missouri shows up and wins the East their first 2 years against nobody in the East. They go to the title game and they get throttled twice by Alabama.
Oh yeah. South Carolina won it a couple of years and got throttled in the championship game.
They had no business being there. If we'd have had this model then, you'd have had, Alabama, Auburn, Alabama, LSU. You'd have had a lot better game than knowing Saturday you're going to watch a 30-point beatdown and hoping they cover, because that's the only question you have is can the favorite cover?
Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Twist is NIL. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Diego Pavia is better than Carson Beck.
He's just trying to get reactions out of me now.
Oh my God. I feel like these kids don't want to.
I mean, Colin, I know Brandon touched the NIL earlier. I was listening. I mean, the thing with the NIL is what it's going to prevent and what it's already prevented is teams like Georgia and Alabama that were, for lack of better saying, had an embarrassment of riches and just, talent on talent lined up. That talent has went elsewhere to get paid and to play. Yeah. You're not going to have good NIL deals when you're the third tackle, but you can go somewhere and be a starter and get paid for it. So same thing in wide receiver, defense.
There's a lot of discussion about Notre Dame in the chat right now, and I just want to say real quick, I feel like I'm going to learn more about Notre Dame tomorrow than I have since September.
Absolutely.
USC's having a down year, but those rivalry games, all of
And
them,
there's still some talent in Southern Cal.
absolutely.
I mean, kind of
if
just like Michigan. There's still some talent at Michigan. It's just they're missing talent right now in the right spots.
Dude, Georgia Tech just stood them up. That's crazy.
If Notre Dame comes out and dominates tomorrow, I will say that'll erase that September loss. They've turned the corner. They've got things corrected, and they're heading the direction they need to. I'm still not 100% sold on them because this is a bad USC team.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think Jordan was the only one that took USC, but I really, really wanted to. I think there's a chance they win this game just based off of what we've seen to this point.
So,
I
want to touch on Coach Kaiser said the SEC continues to be overrated. Can you explain? Oh my God, they stopped him.
I think they stopped him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you explain how the SEC is overrated? So the last 30 years, they've clearly dominated college football in every aspect of the game. So how are they overrated?
Dude, Coach Kaiser's right. Notre Dame is Indiana, but with a brand name. He's hot on with that take.
I mean, they're from the same state, so.
Yeah. I mean, Notre Dame's still riding off success in the 40s and 50s.
You remember how just a minute ago, Jordan, I said Georgia Tech turned it over on the 24?
Georgia did the same thing.
Yeah.
This game is going to be played between the 20s.
Yeah.
The first team to score might win.
Thank you for following.
Georgia Tech's already scored, so.
Well, what score? Is it 3-0?
It's 3-0.
Oh, I didn't even know what the score was. I've got the chat pulled up on my pad. So
5 seconds.
So you got South Carolina or Clemson tomorrow? So
we all took South Carolina.
Yeah, we took them because of the pretty much defensive line, the run game. That's what we kind of 24 hours. Oh,
I put some thought on this.
Filled the edge. They over pursued on the backside. He reverses field. Huge game.
Yep.
Wow. I put some thought on this to the SEC being overrated. And I mean, on a year by year basis, I mean, yeah, they could be slightly overrated this year. But let's, to be honest, where do these teams come to find players? They look in Florida, in Texas, in Georgia, even in Alabama and Mississippi. Teams come to the South to find these players. And so a lot of these guys that don't get that initial hype recruiting wise, what do? They're easy pickings to stay close to home. And in my opinion, that's what makes the SEC so difficult.
Is that you got? Is that comment talking about that? Sorry,
go ahead.
Is that comment?
Uh-oh, I lost him.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was just asking, was that comment earlier? I kind of missed it. Was it talking about the SEC hadn't dominated out of conference?
It says
I just said him. I heard Brandon say something about it being overrated. Okay, haven't been dominated out of conference and then beat each other up. I mean, I don't know if that makes you overrated. That just makes you a good conference top to bottom. I mean, everybody won, most of their out of conference games. Vandy had a bad loss to Georgia State. I mean, people act like, that Vandy's what's propping this conference up, and they're not. Vandy's just having an exceptional year by Vanderbilt standards. I mean, and his little brother, hell, I'm proud of him. I hope we beat them by 50 tomorrow, and then they go to win a bowl game somewhere. Good for them. I mean, we got a local kid here from McMinnville starting safety for Vanderbilt. So I hope they have success outside of playing, my Vols, but.
Yeah, so let's see here. And on the purple, it says, I said for years that I love college football so much more because the players don't play for money. They're chasing a dream. I can't say that anymore. Yeah, that's what made college football magical. Right. It's not the same. It's already, you can already see it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's different.
But I mean, it is what it is.
I'm proud, big bro, for sure.
It is what it is. Now this is the world we live in.
I mean, that's what NIL has done.
Shane says, "Let's go Dogs."
For good, better, or worse, it's here, and we'll have to live with it.
Yeah, like I said, if you are not already, please follow, do all that goodness, share the live out, and then, like I said, if you can, Jordan, you can click on Jordan or Riddle, and click on the bio. It'll show you their handles. You can go follow them individually.
Guys, I appreciate it. I mean, I think it's, like I said again, I think it's bull crap. You got to have 1,000 people to go live, but it'd be nice to have that option.
Colin, you're absolutely right. Every top team has flaws.
I'm looking this up right now, and at the moment, the SEC as a conference, this is top to bottom, has 8 conference losses, or 8 losses outside of the conference. So Texas has 4 non-conference wins. Georgia has 3. Tennessee has 4. Texas A&M has 3. Ole Miss has 4. South Carolina has 3. Alabama. I mean, you get my drift here.
Yeah.
I was going to say, why does Georgia have 3, but they're playing number 4 right now? So, okay.
So A3 says.
So, wait, no, y'all ain't got me when nobody outside the conference, but yeah, that's because you're playing them right now.
A3 on purple says, do you ever think they will get rid of the NIL? No, they will not get rid of the NIL.
No, absolutely not.
They may.
Right.
The best shot they have is to regulate it in some form or fashion, but we don't know what that looks like yet.
I think it's too late for that because they brought it out with no rules and regulations. That's the same deal that they tried to bring up, Tennessee filed the lawsuit for last year. They tried to go back and say, oh, hey, what you did in the past is now illegal. And they said, well, too bad. What we did then was legal. It might not be now, but it was then. You unveil a can of worms and then regulate it and get them in a line after the fact. You better have that stuff set up before you ever say, okay, we're good with NIL. You guys can get paid.
And the thing about the NIL is, you're not supposed to use NIL as a recruiting tool. That is still a rule. You are not allowed to dangle money in front of a player. That's what Tennessee got in trouble for.
Hey, my boy Thriller's in here.
They ended up coming back, and now it's lawless. It's lawless now. Tennessee is why Bryce Underwood went to Michigan this year. They threw out all the money they could to get Nico there, and
9-0, baby, undefeated against the NCAA.
You know what's crazy in this Georgia Tech game is the biggest hole, because they did just hit one big pass play, but they're just basically running it on Georgia right now. And the biggest hole is right up the gut.
I mean, like you said, this is their Super Bowl riddle. That's the same thing with Alabama and Auburn tomorrow. We're going to be Auburn's Super Bowl. They're going to give everything they can. And it's, do we have the testicular fortitude to step up and fucking stop them?
6. I think Jordan was the only one that took USC in that game. I wanted to take USC, but I did not. But I do think USC could very well win that game against Notre Dame. But like I said, I'll learn more.
I think when Tennessee gets a home game off of tomorrow's win, it's going to have to be an absolute beatdown. I mean, 56-0. But there's still a lot of things before. It's still 2 weeks of football left before they make that final decision. So,
yeah, but back to that, I like I said just a little bit earlier, I think we find out more about Notre Dame tomorrow than we have since the beginning of the year.
What time is that game? What time's kickoff for that?
I think it's later. I got it. Hold on.
I know A&M in Texas is late.
Yeah, they have the late game. That'll be
2:30. 2:30.
Oh, really? Oh, late. Oh.
That's an early kickoff in California.
Yeah, which, I mean, let's be honest, that kind of benefits USC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Let's see here. You got Go Vols in the chat. Yeah, Elgin. I mean, you got your Tennessee boys here. Alabama's toughest non-con was Wisconsin. Ole Miss was Wake Forest. LSU lost their toughest USC. That's fine. That's fine, Coach. But we all are playing Georgia. You forgot Georgia went out and beat Clemson. Beat them pretty bad. South Carolina's playing Clemson tomorrow. Got to call it what it is. Florida's playing Florida State. I mean, we can't help it. These teams suck. I mean, that's not. These things are scheduled years in advance. The fact is
Alabama handled Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're going out and they're scheduling these games. We can't help it. Wisconsin just decided to suck ass.
I mean, let's be honest. When these games are scheduled, it's a home and home like with Alabama, Wisconsin. That don't just happen for next season. That's a 6-7 year usual process laid out. I mean, when that game was scheduled, Wisconsin was a top 15 team every year. They couldn't get past Ohio State, but they were a good team. You can't help it that, hell, they suck this year. That's just, I mean, Wisconsin today lost to Minnesota. That's 4 or 5 straight losses to end the year and not be bowl eligible. So, I mean, at one point, they were 5-1.
Yeah.
That Wisconsin team, when Alabama beat them, they were 5-1. That was their only loss.
Yeah,
and then
Colin,
they shit the bed the rest of the way.
Colin,
so you can't go. I mean,
you hit the nail on the head. Talk all the shit you want. All you got to do is look at the records. That's all you got to do. Look at the record books. Look at who's won the titles. That's all that matters. That's why we play the game.
Spot on with that.
Yeah, is DJ Turner still at Michigan? I don't know. Derek 6255. Y'all ever thought about joining the Sports Podcast Network? We'd love to talk with you guys. Just shoot over. Just go ahead.
Hey, send the info, man. We'll look at what you got, and we'll kind of make the decision right for us.
Yeah,
you know, it's nothing against you. It's just we got to see what works for us. I mean, because like right now we go live every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8:30.
Yeah,
and like tomorrow night we'll be live. These guys will all be fresh, watching football all day. I'll try to hit the box scores and jump on. I mean, I get off work at 7:30 tomorrow night, you know, so it's time I get a shower and get on, it's going to be a push. The very next weekend, conference championship weekend, same thing. Jeff and Tony will be getting off work at 7:30, trying to get on, get home and get on. But I mean, send the information. We'll look at what what you got going on and see if it's a good fit for us.
So DJ Turner is currently with the Las Vegas Raiders, who lost to Kansas City Chiefs on a botched snap today. So
yeah,
really, got that close.
A3, it was close, very close, 2-point game. A3 said,
last I saw it was like 16-3 or something.
AC said then he would like a price cap. He said, then how are these players committing? Then all of a sudden they have these numbers, outrageous numbers, as far as money come out. They have to dangle money. They're dangling money. Basically, NIL was set up that you were allowed to make money off your name, image, and likeness. What's happened now is universities and these collectives have went out and just thrown money at these players just to get them to commit. And a lot of times, and I know this for a fact, a lot of times players aren't expected to even fulfill their NIL agreements. This is coming from businesses that actually pay out these NILs. Basically, they're just trying to get them at the university, get them on the team. That way they can win. That's what's happening. I mean, it's pay for play right now. That's what we got in college football. It's pay for play.
Christina, I don't think Oregon is untouchable. I think they lose to Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
B-Dot, I don't think if Georgia loses tonight, it would not affect Alabama in any way as far as this is a title game. I mean, this is a non-conference loss. So if they lose, as far as getting Georgia, in the playoffs, 3 losses is going to be a hard ass to get in the playoffs.
But if Georgia loses this game, it could actually end up hurting Alabama because Alabama would move up if they beat Auburn. And then say Georgia wins the SEC, well, they're still in a bid at that point, which would push Alabama right back down. So
because they're not going to leave Texas out. I mean, unless Texas just gets beat to death for a second time.
Yeah, there's a lot that could happen. So if Texas A&M beats Texas, obviously Bama's shot goes up. Because if Georgia were to go beat Texas A&M, obviously then Texas A&M would be out. They would be completely out.
You're right, Christina. You know, I mean, the way it's playing. Sorry, Brandon. Anything could happen. It's a wild year.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything will happen. It's a head-to-head thing. It's going to be interesting.
As far as the NIL, I mean, y'all think this year, like the Underwood deal is crazy. Wait till next year when profit sharing kicks in.
Oh, yeah. That'll be
huge. That's essentially the university getting to kick money into the NIL pot. It's not all on the boosters. So just wait.
Yeah. I mean, like I said,
I tell you what, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know if y'all have seen it yet. I saw I remember it was on TikTok, maybe it was on YouTube, where Dave Portnoy was talking about the whole Underwood deal. And apparently, people said, Dave wrote a check. And Dave's like, he's like, I cut a check to help bring him. He's like, but it was basically Larry Ellison's wife. Like Larry Ellison, a billionaire, biggest Michigan donor, went to Illinois. His wife went to Michigan. And she told Dave basically, look, I can't stomach seeing Michigan lose. We'll do whatever it takes to have a winner. And Dave said, look, he's when a billionaire wants you on the phone or his wife, that's a phone call you take.
Yeah.
And, people on the internet say, Dave Portnoy cut a check. And I'm sure Dave's cut some big checks to Michigan. But, I mean, make no mistake, there's people behind the scenes that a lot of people haven't heard of that are pulling these strings on these NIL deals.
Yeah.
And that's just how those people like it. They don't want to be known. They just want the players there to win.
Yeah, 100%. So,
he had him wide open and missed him.
So, comment came in. South Carolina is a top 12 team, can beat anyone ahead of them. But true. South Carolina is a talented team. They have to have a lot happen for them to get to playoffs, though, guys. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. They have to have a lot to happen.
Coach Kaiser, you're spot on. NCAA has this last couple of years, they've been effectively neutered. They're there waiting to be told what they can and can't do. I mean, if the SEC and the Big Ten wanted to break off tomorrow and form a league, there's nothing they can do to stop them.
Kippy,
there's nothing the NCAA could do to stop that.
Kippy said,
stuck with,
Kippy said, nervous Ripple? Question mark. Nervous Ripple. I'm glad Ripple's back. I'm glad Ripple's back.
So Georgia Tech left 3 points on the field when they went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. They just left 3 more on the field because they just missed a chip shot field goal.
Yeah, so
that might be why they went for it.
The Purple asked this: whose path to the playoffs is easier, Bama or South Carolina? It's Bama.
Neither. Oh yeah, Bama, but
Bama's is
really
easier than South Carolina. I mean, we still need a lot of things to happen ahead of us.
Yeah.
Colin came in earlier and asked about Mississippi State's QB.
He's good.
Michael Van Buren, I think he's young. He's made some mistakes, but the kid's got heart. I think he's got a lot of talent. I think he's going to be good. The SEC's got a lot of good young quarterbacks that we will get to see over the next couple of years that I think will really turn some heads.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of talent in the SEC right now as far as quarterbacks go. Lots of talent. Lots of it. It's going to be interesting. I mean, like I said, and here's the crazy thing. We already know Nico's a talented quarterback. He may not even be the best one. He may not even be the best one.
He may not. It'll be interesting to see what kind of change he makes from year 1 to year 2. And
well, this will be year 3, though, Jordan.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
next year,
starting standpoint,
Yeah, next year will be year 3.
Year 1 of playing every snap to year 2 of we'll see what kind of changes that he makes. I mean, we got Faison Brandon coming in right behind him. Committee, we got George McIntyre coming in. I mean,
that's literally a 7-yard throw, Carson. 7 yards.
Yeah. At least he didn't do it. At least he didn't pull a Milrow and throw it right to another player that's 7 yards away.
I know.
I mean, they had that set up.
I know Tony's not big on Nico, but I mean, if it. I still think he has the opportunity to be something special.
He does. He does.
People talk about how I saw a tweet today. I was like, out of his touchdown passes, all of them except for a handful were in non-conference games. But there were several times he could have had an easy chip-in touchdown, just 5-yard toss. Yeah, but they elected to ground and pound and run the ball and put pressure on the defense. And that's what wins games. I mean, you do that stuff in the first, second quarter, it pays dividends in third and the fourth.
So Thriller, Thriller brings up a good point.
I was about to say, Coach Kaiser and Thriller both said it back to back there.
So I'm waiting to see which starting QB up and decides to leave their team for more money. That's going to be the real crazy thing when you've got, like, let's say a Nico, for instance, and I'm just throwing his name out there because I'm not saying anything. I'm just throwing his name out because we were just talking about him. But let's say Nico and then Ohio State, they lose Will Howard and they go, hey, we want Nico. And they just go offer him some astronomical number that no one's willing to match or touch. That's coming, guys. It's coming. When, we don't know. Who's going to be the first one to do it? We don't know, but it's coming. It's coming.
Jordan, real quick before you cut in, because I'm about to get off and watch the rest of this game before I throw something through my wall. Total yards right now, Georgia Tech's outgaining Georgia 188 to 59.
Wow. But this is what we talked about, Riddle. Every one of us have a chink in the armor, and it's crazy.
I've said
this year's crazy.
This game was going to go this way.
Yeah, I do think y'all win. I think you win because overall talent and depth will start to play out, and they'll lose some of that steam.
I mean, especially when Allmakin holds a 3-point lead right now. Should be 9.
Yeah,
should
exactly.
be a game, and they've left it at 3. So I mean, you can't expect to upset anybody when you leave 6 points out there.
He's Kias A3 is talking about Keelan Russell, the quarterback commit. He won the Elite 11. He's number 3 player in the nation. That's who he's talking about, coming in and actually changing the offense. So Keelan Russell is a talent. He's not here yet, so obviously if he signs next week, he could be a difference maker. But when I talk about future talent, I'm talking about players that are already at the respective universities.
And I mean, just wait. There could be some guys like that. A&M may swoop in and say, look, tell us your number. What's it going to take? We need a quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, it's 100%. They could do that.
Here, stay close to home, and we'll pay you just as much. Hell, we'll pay you more. Stay here at home.
Yeah. So
You know,
that's
I
a
mean-
good point. Dude Tide comes in and says if UGA loses, will Bama get in? It would help Alabama, but Georgia still controls their own destiny. If they win the SEC title, they're still in, so it doesn't matter.
It only helps Alabama if Georgia loses both of them.
Both games, yes,
Yes.
100%. 100%. I mean, it is what it is.
I'll
Georgia
bring
controls their own
the
destiny.
SEC championship game.
If UGA loses this game, they're out of the playoffs. No, they're not. They have already wrapped up the SEC title berth. So if they win that, they're in. But if they lose both,
that's
100% they're
automatic
out.
berth.
The automatic bid, which we all disagree with. I mean, if you can't get in on your own merit,
If you're a power forward and you can't, I mean, or even a buy, if you can't,
Yeah.
if your body of work doesn't say, hey, we're worthy of this, I mean, I like the buy-in for like, the highest, finishing conference champion that's not a power forward.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of having an expanded playoff was to give the little guy a shot. But I think, give it 10 years and people's going to say, yeah, we want the little guy in the 4-team playoff, but they just, I mean, because now if you have a first round game, you've got to win 4 games in a row to win it all.
Yeah.
That's
This is gonna be
all
tough.
order for the best teams. And
Yeah.
you're not playing just 4 games. You're playing 4 games with increasingly better talent.
Kia
They're
said,
better opponents.
Kia said, Riddle is shining so bright with his bling. He's blinding me with all that. I just had to throw that in there.
Only thing we got this brighter is Tony's teeth.
Tony's teeth.
right.
Little
He's our Ocho.
I don't know what this name is. Little Q people said the SEC is a joke league. Again, we want you to go back and we want you to reference national championships over the last 30 years and tell me who's laughing, because it's going to be the SEC. Yeah, he tried to use IU and then said no, thank you. We're excited to see what CJ Carr has. Christina White says CJ Carr. Christina, I'm not familiar with CJ Carr, so I don't know where is he going. Just for enlighten me. Like I said, sometimes I got to learn from you guys.
What has happened to Jeff's video?
Oh, he just Jeff's camera automatically adjusts, Jordan.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
If I look down and it's all black, it makes me a silhouette.
It's a blackout. It's a blackout.
And yeah,
I see blackout game. Never seen
It's
that
a-
before.
it's what color my heart is right now watching this game.
Right.
Christina White said Notre Dame, so CJ Carr's from Notre Dame. Hey, I do like Marcus Freeman.
God
I will
damn.
say that. I do like Marcus Freeman. I think he's a good coach. I like him. I'm not saying I don't know what he's going to do this year, but I do like Freeman. Y'all bet on any NCAA games? The guy right above me does. I mean, the guy below me, Jordan. Jordan's a big time better. He's your guy. Christina White said that's Lloyd Carr's grandson going to Notre Dame, CJ Carr. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
And he went to Notre Dame, wasn't Carr a Michigan man?
Yeah, I mean, that was Woodson's. That was his national title coach.
Yeah. That's what I was like, wow.
Yeah. A3 says, I'm
But
sorry.
hey, sometimes you got to blaze your own path.
Yeah. A3 on the purple says,
Arch Manning.
I'm sorry, but people hate the SEC because teams like UT, UGA, and Bama are a thing and they just win consistently. Yes, that's 100%. That's 100%
Accurate.
correct. They hate the SEC because they're tired of us winning. They're tired of us winning, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but
that is what it is.
up until the 2020s, Georgia was always the bridesmaid, never the bride. So it's not been easy.
But she said, "Ask UGA how that Tech whooping feels." I mean,
It's 3-0.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite call that a whooping.
and,
Yeah.
and here's the thing:
How much time's left in the first half?
7 minutes.
7-16.
Every
Oh,
year,
yeah.
every year is a new year. Every year you have a new team. You can't sit there and go, "Oh, look, they're losing to Georgia Tech. They must stink as a program." You can't say that. You can't do that.
Yeah,
Just
this
stop.
isn't the
Just stop.
NFL where you
Yeah.
just keep talent for 15 years, and
Yeah.
if guy's good, you keep him, or hope he doesn't, go free agency. I mean, hell, you've got a free agency in college football now with the NIL, but I mean, in college, especially.
What the
now
hell
with
is
the
this
portal,
run, George? What is this run? What's happening?
Over
What-
pursuit. Every single play.
Did
over
it not
pursuit.
look like it looked like a penalty flag or something because nobody was moving at first? It's like, what's
Everybody, anytime that they step one direction, everybody pursues that way, and then the entire other side of the field's open. It's been happening all
Yes,
game.
dogs, Sick'em. I agree. Georgia is a second half team. They do make great adjustments. That's been proven. So I'm not worried about this game. We already said this. Tech is going to play this game like it's their Super Bowl. So 100%. Riddle understands that. We understand that.
Just for clarity on this, I took Georgia Tech, Mississippi State, Minnesota against the spread this week, and they've all hit so far. So
he has said, I remember the Georgia versus Alabama game where they wore the blackout uniforms. Yes, Riddle does too. Everybody remembers that.
I think that's a reason Kirby won't wear them no more.
Yeah. Tech is a tough matchup. The pre-snap motion is difficult to prepare for. That's a very astute observation, Kaiser. Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's a good comment. Dog said defense is trash today, though. Dude, everybody has these games. Like I said, let's see what adjustments they make. Schumann and Kirby will figure out something. Anyone else happy that Alex is gone? Riddle's probably.
I actually like that guy.
Yeah, I like the debates, guys. That's what we want. We want to sit here and have some actual intellectual conversations. You think Bama will take care of Tennessee next year at Bama? Nico will be a sophomore, though. I don't know, man. Depends on which Alabama team we field. That's the key. Jordan, you're muted, Jordan. Thank you.
Sorry, let's be honest.
Kaiser, thank you for following.
Alabama struggled to take care of Tennessee last year at Bryant Denny.
Yeah, I mean,
Tennessee would have done anything at all in the second half.
Yeah. I mean, it comes back to the adjustments, though. It comes back to adjustments.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they made halftime adjustments and we didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, what was that? It was like, 21-7 at the half or something? I mean, it was.
I want to see where we
Tennessee
rank.
was well in control of that game until, the halftime adjustments, and we didn't make them, and Alabama did.
So we will probably for sure, just so you, Tony said Saban was a coach last year. Remember that? Yeah, that is a key. That's a key point there. Does Alabama win all those natties without Saban? No, I mean, what? No, he's the best that's ever done it. So yes,
that's what I thought it was 21-7, Colin. I mean, that's why I took Auburn yesterday, because I mean, I've seen Alabama and Auburn fans both that don't realize this, that lifetime or all time, Auburn is 6-0 in Tuscaloosa against Alabama teams not coached by Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Granted, there's a lot of Birmingham games that kept games from being there, but hey, without Saban, when they go Tuscaloosa, they win.
So Defensive Dog says they wouldn't have won them without Kirby. I just remember Saban won, a few without Kirby. So Kirby was there for a lot of them, though.
Kirby for what? One of them, two of them?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Kirby's a hell of a
Kirby is a coach.
You have a good night, buddy. I'll probably get back on later.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see here. On the purple, it says, I want to see where we rank the recruitment class coming in.
Support my kids.
We will probably do a recruiting show at some point. Maybe on early signing day we do a recruiting show, because I think it's going to be critical, just to see how we all finish and to just discuss the recruiting class and the impact. I think we'll try to do that on signing day, which should be next Wednesday. So we might do a live just talking about that. So,
I mean, it wasn't all Saban, Christina. If somebody beat Saban, they typically won the Natty. I mean, Auburn.
Yeah.
There were some other teams that picked off some games in there, but a lot of them, come out of that Saban tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kia said, "Good luck, Riddle," and good night, Riddle. Roll Tide.
Appreciate it, Kiss. Have a good night, buddy.
Yes. Guys, I'm gonna hop off. We're gonna get the kids around to see Christmas lights. So
we'll probably
go tomorrow night.
We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up, Riddle. We might get back on to I've got two kids that are sick, and Courtney's sick. So, and obviously me and my bad back are trying to hold up the house. So, but anyway, we do have tomorrow night, and like I said, if maybe Riddle, like I said, if you don't work tomorrow, right, Riddle?
Hey, Colin, the biggest.
No, I'm off.
We may get on early and just shoot the shit.
Missouri. Missouri is the biggest fraud in the SEC.
So we definitely are not. But we appreciate everybody showed up. Hey, everybody stop that's in here right now. Please go like and follow Jordan The link is in the bio. If you click on the bio, you will find his and Riddle's name. Please go like and follow those guys. They're a big part of the program, big part of what we do. And we will be back tomorrow night for the podcast portion. We'll be doing exactly what we're doing now. We'll be giving y'all our opinions on things, on how the day went. And then Wednesday, we actually do a podcast. We do a podcast version of the show where we actually talk about and break down the week. So we're here every Wednesday, Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. So appreciate you guys. And we will look forward to seeing you guys then. If you want, you can come on tomorrow too. We might come on tomorrow morning. We don't know. We're kind of in the air right now.
Yeah, guys. Tomorrow night's kind of like tonight, just a BS session. Wednesday we have a little more of an agenda, kind of the things we want to cover before the weekend. Next week will probably be a little shorter. I mean, on Wednesday, as far as we'll have more time for comments because it's conference championship week. There's only 7 games. I mean, that's not a lot to go over.
Thank you, Coach Kaiser. We appreciate the compliment. That's why we do this. We try to really, like I said, that's why we do this stuff. We appreciate the thankfulness. But yeah. Oh man, touchdown. Yeah. Riddle is pissed.
Yeah.
I'm in the headset.
And we might do.
Kirby just.
Jordan, are you working next Wednesday? No.
Yeah.
You do. Okay.
Go to hell, Tony. Go
Yeah, I
to
work on
hell.
Wednesday.
We might do a recruiting show before the podcast version, just because we don't want to take up because championship week is next week, so it'll be huge.
Did you see that comment in the chat from our
game was looking good?
there?
Yeah, George knows how to play when the Big Orange is lined up against them. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I hope we win another beer from old UConn. Okay, kids.
Just remember, guys, everybody tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. to see the custody battle for Alabama there at Neyland West. And
Hey!
find out who they called Daddy for a year.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, man. They got a long way to go before they catch up to Alabama.
And everybody's handles are in the description on the Lock Loaded and Go to channel.
Click
Brendan's got us all in there.
Click on it, the bio, and you should be able to see everybody's description and should be able to go like and follow those guys. That's who makes up the group, the podcast. So appreciate everybody for being here. We will see y'all tomorrow night for sure. Maybe some other time.
Take care,
See y'all.